Okay. Okay. We good? We good, Holmes? This is a thing that's happening now. Except we're seeing my private stuff. Okay. I gotta turn that off. Oh gosh, here we go. Get ready, because here we come.
The last thing I like to
introduce. Music. There we go. Now you don't have to listen to my horrible voice. My beautiful singing voice. Review for me before I get lost. Well, I put things on a wheel. We are officially starting a wheel today, now, and I need, for people who need to be reviewed, Mustache Cake Guy, how much of that information I gave you on my channel the other day? Do you like that? Was that good for you? Notification Squad, go! Just got notification. Bileski, that's not how we do it here. Also, Sub for Sub is now against YouTube, TOS. We don't do shout-outs, Kaylin. You didn't see nothing. All right. Kaylin, I believe we gone over your channel, but hey, whatever. We'll take a look at it. No, you didn't. You didn't get nothing. Me review me. Lalouche. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So the stream is up, but not letting me watch. Don't know why there, crazy. I cry. Hey, love. I'll add you one by one. I just got partnered with Freedom. Congratulations, Mojo. Good day. Hola. Can you in Spanish. I do not. Hola. I'm not sure if I should say that. All right. So as you know, I do these channel review things. How is everyone doing today? And I hope you're all doing great. Blacktube, we don't do that on here. Hey, you see, there's a channel I want you to review. He's called Frosted Fricks. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I have your Facebook now, your Skype. Yeah. All right, Kaylin, I already put you onto the wheel. You don't have to ask again. Now, I have a couple rules. I got a couple rules. If you want me to review your channel, ask and I'll put you on a wheel. Don't keep asking because I'll take you off the wheel as easily as I put you on. So, like, I don't want you spamming this thing because we want to be able to have a nice big community where everyone talks and communicates and chats with each other. But if I have someone going in there over and over and over again, hey, review me. I mean, we're not going to be able to get a chance to see what everyone else is saying. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good. You're all doing glad. Yeah, I'm good. You're all doing glad. So let's see. What do we want? Is that all the people that want to be reviewed today? Hello, Kryptonic. Hello, Edgar. Yo, sleeping. Please, Chago. All right. Do. All right. Can I review my channel, Benny Richards? All right. I'm doing pretty good. Cat. Kryptonic. Yes. Wasn't sure if I already had you on there, but that's why we have a list. I don't even know if I'm in this. Just here for comedy. Then you came to the right place. Why does it say I'm not in a network on Social Blade? It's probably taken a while to connect it there, Valor. Grab your trampolines and jump like the button to death. Yes, jump that like button like it owes you money. No ghosts today, huh? Yeah, do that. What interface do you use? I use a, in terms of like, for the stream, I'm using OBS. I own Freedom, you failed. Hi, sup. Okay, so let's get this started anyways. So I'm not taking any names right now. Officially hit the name wall. Wait, Reaper kind of snuck in there as I was saying that. Okay, now officially not taking any more names. Kind of hit the name wall for now because we were taking a while. And yeah, I guess Anime TV will put you on there too. But that's it. That's absolutely it. No more. Okay, so let's do this. Now let's go ahead and I said update. You person, you. So when can I monetize my videos? When you reach 10,000 subscribers, your ability to monetize happens then. Spin in the wheel. Betty Richards, congratulations. We're going to get you right off the wheel because you've been selected. Benny, I need to make sure you're still here. Betty and that people. Don't want to, copyright and all that fun. Baloney. We love that word. Whoa. Okay, well, I can tell you some things real quick. All right. So I did that just to rearrange the front page real quick. He's always here, watching, lurking. All right. Okay, so let's talk about your front page, all right? Let's do that first. So, 10,000 lifetime views. Not script. Did I say subscribers? I do apologize. 10,000 views. Anthony is right. I could have sworn I said views, but you could be right. You could be right. Actually, you probably are right when I said that. 10,000 views, not subscribers. When you reach 10,000 views, your ability to monetize becomes available. Thank you for correcting me. I have you know that with that, yep, that was an intro. I came here to say hi. Hello, Eat Rocks. Hello. All right, continue what I'm saying. So I'm looking at your banner here, and I just want let's talk about this because your banner and all your artwork is actually supposed to be your branding of your channel, something interesting for people to look at when they come to your channel. However, let us talk about your banner as it stands right now. So your banner seems like and don't take this to offense. I'm trying to help you become creative. It doesn't really tell me much about your channel, and I say that because it seems like your typical banner, and there's no like, I don't know, hint at what might be happening just from the visual that's being given. I love the name title, but the only downside about this is that the artwork is actually being cut off at the bottom. 100,000 silver play button. I would love to see one of those, just touch one. And let's see. The other thing I want to mention is about your banner. You have your YouTube / URL on there, and you have your Twitter on there. Now, these are usually not beneficial to your banner to begin with, and I say that because your banner should be about you and what your channel does, not necessarily put your social media on there because 1, I can't click them, 2, I can't copy them, and 3, you're kind of repeating your name twice on here. We already know you're on a YouTube channel, so I think you just use your basic banner and slapped it there. So I would honestly think of reworking the banner. Keep this. This is kind of cool. Keep this. This is pretty cool, but I would say lose this and probably center this and make this about you, and see what you can do to fix up the background of the what you got here. Something a little bit more catching to the eye for a banner. I would say get in touch with the Freedom's GFX team on Discord. There is a Discord link here. You can find it in the description below. I actually recommend getting on that Discord and checking out what they have for GFX. If not, I'm pretty sure there's a couple hundred people in this chat that want to see that will be more willing to help you out with your interface and everything along that line. All right. So that being said, guys, also please don't spam in the chat. When I open it back up is when you can say, please review my channel, and I'll put your names onto the list of potentials to be rolled. So try to keep the chat for communication and helping each other as much as possible, if that's okay. Okay. Moving forward, I'm also looking at your front page, and you don't have any section for your uploads. So you don't have an upload section. You have a recent post section, which I mean I guess is okay. But the problem with the recent post section that not too many people know is recent activity and recent posts. Your recent post is pretty much your upload section. I would probably switch this to the up here. That way it's the first thing people see underneath what your channel trailer should be. The other thing I want to say is you probably don't want to put your recent activities on here only because it not only shows your uploads, but it also shows your activity on YouTube, such as other videos you've liked. Now, if you want that on your front page, that's one thing, but what's going to cause confusion is eventually people are going to be clicking on those thinking they're your videos, and it's going to be directing them to other people's channels. So I would just say be very careful with keeping the recent activities video listed on your section listed on your front page. The other thing I want to mention is when it breaks down to putting your front page together, also don't forget to include some playlists, like your creative playlist set, and also individual playlists as well, because that way if people want to streamline your stuff, they can click on a playlist that would be relevant to that topic that they'd want to cover. So, Simbo, please do not spam. This is my request number 2 of you, please. Okay, R4U stands for Review for You. Okay, so let's continue to your About section. Another really important section I usually mention for people's channels is your About section, because you might not think it's too much, but it actually directs people as to what to expect from your channel, what to expect from you as a creator. Now, your description says, "My name is Benny. Vlogs going up most days at midnight UK time. My Instagram." Okay, so now let me tell you about this. You should probably talk more about what you do on YouTube, not just necessarily just the word vlogs, but what should people expect from your vlogs? What should people expect from you as a YouTuber? What made you start doing YouTube? I like that you have your schedule on here, but it doesn't really actually cover what you do, and that's what the About section actually there for. The other thing I want to mention is don't put your social media in your description. Put it in your link so people can click on it, and it'll bring us right to your social media link, which is all nice and connected. But I want to say, for your social media goes, as far as that goes, I would say try to make it less blown out. Your banner seems very blown out, and we can actually see pixelation and some artifacts showing up here and there as we look at it, because it's just so big. You don't got one customized for Twitter, and I would say try to see what you can do to find a way to customize a new banner for Twitter when you decide to look into getting a new banner for branding. I really hope you're still in this chat. I needed to say something so I know you're alive. That way I know you're alive. That's what I'm trying to say, because I don't want to be talking to a wall now, because I want to be able to make sure that you're getting all the information I'm giving you. I'm glad that you did the little Twitter trick where you actually dropped I think it's the S at the HTTP, and it actually will show the little Twitter bird, which is actually something that's kind of cool to know. Let's go to your playlist. Now, I understand you have about 18 videos, but as I'm looking at your playlist, it appears that you have about 13 videos into a playlist. So I would say, since your channel's still growing and it's trying to magnify itself, I would really... Okay, Benny, thank you. I would really focus on trying to get as many videos into a playlist as possible. As I said, just looking at this, I see you have 13. That means there's 5 videos that aren't in a playlist. Try to focus a lot on your playlist, because you are a vlogging channel, and people would want to streamline to stuff that would be relevant to that particular subject in vlogs, either about me vlogs, pranks, and unboxing videos. People love that type of stuff. So moving to another thing, your other videos. We have your thumbnails, which are actually pretty cool. I do like your thumbnails because they instill enough. These up here, let me correct that. They instill enough information that it makes people wanna click on it. Because this one's the title of this video is "I'm All Set," and yet your face is all jacked up in this video, so it kind of makes me want to click it. The other thing I want to mention is some of your other ones, however, don't seem to be doing so hot, only because I feel like you could probably push the creative aspect onto some of the thumbnails of these. I just wanted to point that out. Also, the other thing I want to point out is you took a dive about a month ago. So, like, you actually stopped uploading 6 months before that. So I definitely want to say, don't take a big hiatus like that. Really don't. Really focus and dig your heels into this if this is something you really have a dream for. Because obviously you do, as you're here asking me how to help you grow your channel. So I'm not saying you have to be a daily vlogger. I'm saying you probably should focus on doing a schedule that might be pertinent to what you could hold up with, because currently your schedule says at midnight every day, and if you can hold that up, by all means, keep it going. But if it seems like it's if you're being inundated with work, trying to work on your vlogs, this is a situation a lot of daily vloggers come up with. It's like, well, what do I do? Try to space out your schedule a little more. I'm not saying don't upload. I'm just saying work with what you can, with what you are able to handle. And I only say that due to the fact of the long time that you took off. So try not to do that again, because you want to hold on to the subscribers you have. If you take off that time, they think something happened to you, or they think you just quit YouTube altogether. So try to stay on task for that. So let's take a look at your most recent one. Have a bit of bad luck. Welcome to my life. Oops, sorry, this is really quiet.
Today I started from leaving the doctors. So I had to go to the doctors because just to check up on my health and that. They put me on more medication, higher dosage, and it's like, ugh. So just got to go to Boots just to get more tablets, and then I've got to go to Apple, because the reason being is, oh, why am I going this way? I need to get back to my bike. Stupid. Because I did a beta version, or a public beta for Apple, for the Mac OS 11, and basically I did that.
So this is interesting. This is sort of like an off the cuff vlog, which isn't entirely bad. I kind of like it. The lighting and everything's really good because you kind of shot it at a good time, which is great. The other thing I want to mention, I could see you're doing it sort of off the cuff, and you're kind of not editing the video. I only say it because in the 46 seconds that I've watched it, I haven't seen one cut or edit. That way you can sort of, like, I don't mean to like rush you on what you're saying, but sort of get to the point a little faster, because you say a lot of the word in the 46 seconds. I think you said the word "and" like 10 times. So I would definitely try to focus on maybe collecting your thoughts before you start doing a video, and then when you do, record them in segments so you can edit them together. I'm not sure what kind of editing software you use. Simbo, this is your last warning. Please don't spam the channel review segment. When I go to add your channel, I will add your channel. All right? Yes, Valer. And Los Inexpertos del Football, you are not late again. And Black Tube, don't spam either. I've been watching you spam. When I go to request for you guys to give me your channel so I can put it on a list, that's when you should put it in. But I am giving you guys fair warning. Don't do that, because we want to be able to commit to a good conversation into our chat. So that being said, going back to you, my friend, I like the video setting, but as I say, you probably want to focus on doing some editing before you just straight upload it. I also believe maybe some sort of background sound or music might help. You got Final Cut Pro? Okay, so then I would recommend definitely working on some of the edits on this. Get rid of the ands, ums, and uhs. That way it feels like it's very straight to the point. The other thing I'm going to get out of here. The other thing I'm going to say is I'm looking at your tags, and they're just a little. They need a little love. And what I mean by that, you have the words separated. You have bad space luck space house space Apple space MacBook, and honestly, these aren't going to give you too much of a search result. Meaning, like the ability of you being searched in just the word MacBook. I'm not even going to get into the other ones, but just in the word MacBook, you have 2,950,000 results. So you legitimately have a 1 in 2,950,000 result as in trying to actually be pulled up when someone's searching that particular tag. So try to be more specific in the tags. Try to talk about what's going on in the video. Really lengthen them up. You don't want to use single solitary word tags because they won't generate the search that you're trying to get to your channel. Try to use multiple tags that are of length. That way, if someone's typing in something, I don't know, let's use your tags as an example. Bad luck, or bad luck. If you type in bad luck, you cover both bad and luck, and they're in one statement instead of them being separate. Try not to separate them as much. As I said, watch your video again and see what you can add to it, and don't use single solitary words for your tags. All right. So moving forward, let's talk about your description. Now, your description says, publish on 2nd of July, 2017, turn on my post notifications, yada, yada. And I want to say that's okay, but I already see when it was published, which was July 1st. And the other thing I also want to mention is if I go into the source code of this page, let's talk about your metadata for a second, because this is something that's really important to target on your channel, is your metadata. Your metadata consists of video quality, your titles, your tags, and also what everyone always forgets is your description. When you're not filling your description out properly, it's going to make it almost impossible for people to find your stuff yet again. Only because all that information is part of your metadata. If you shotgun the words published on July 2nd, the only thing that people are going to see next to the video, in this case, what you see here, is published on July 2nd and some of the other information. You're not actually being descriptive on the video description. You want that to be as relevant as possible, because look how this person has it, having trouble deciding between the new MacBook Pro, the Touch Bar, Mac Pro without Touch Bar, Retina MacBook. And what happened was I just typed in the word MacBook, and it didn't just target his title, which is also his title, which MacBook is also put into. It also targeted the 3 times he actually mentioned it in his description. I'm not saying spam the word over and over again, but what I'm saying is try to lengthen, try to actually fill out a description towards the video that may be relevant to that particular video. One I have myself is Honey Pop Dev Interview. I did a developer interview of Honey Pop and Honeycam Studios, and he if you notice, it says Honeycam Studio Developer Interview YouTube exclusive. Now the thing behind it, if you look at it, nowhere does it say Honey Pop on it, except in the description, or developer dev, it just says developer. The other thing that you'll notice, it says interview on everything. So I'm trying to be as specific as possible when I put in that metadata. So what we're going to pull up on your metadata is right where it says OG description. This is how you can test that. You have 100 characters to use. Utilize every last one of those characters. You use published on July 2nd, turn on my post notifications, mass blah, 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 blah. And this is not descriptive of the video. So you want to make it more towards being conducive to the actual video being clicked on and found. So that is a recommendation I would implore you to look at. So what you can do to get to this page is you hit Control-U on your video page to see what is working and what might not be working. If you're using something that's not relevant to the video, it's probably not going to be a searchable piece of information. So that is something I want you to take a look at in the future. I like that you post a question or a little blurb in your comment section. That's actually good practice. But you say it's your boy Benny, don't forget to leave a comment and say that you subscribe to my channel. You'll be giving a shout out on my next video. Now, the other thing you don't want to do is just generate dead subscribers just for the sole purpose of getting a shout out. So be careful with using these type of tactics on your own personal channel. The other thing I want to mention is sometimes you don't have a good way to keep track of subscribers, because people like me who keep their subscriptions private, unless I'm doing these channel reviews, you guys usually will see it pop up on the side of the screen. But people like me who keep their subscription private, there'd be no way for you to track that. I could subscribe to your channel, you wouldn't know. Check the DMs. Pardon me, I am checking Dust DMs. Or are you talking about checking the chat? Aha! All right. Yes, please wait for that. So I'm going to give you a final summation there, Benny. I want to finish up your video with this with my last thought, and take out your pen for this one, because it's going to be pretty much a bullet list of what to do. First off, I'm glad you dropped that intro. Thank you. You have to understand, people, that the first 10 seconds of your video is so important. An intro for YouTubers could mean people watching you or not. And in this case, in a lot of cases, not. So just make sure you're utilizing that first 10 seconds for something of value, not an intro. So I'm glad you dropped that. The other thing I want to say is I love how you were interactive with the video. That was really nice. But I want to say use more editing processes when you're making the video. The next thing I want to say is work on a new banner. Work on something that would really describe you, like describe what your sort of like help brand your channel. You want something interesting for people to click. This is a very generic banner, but again, I believe there is a GFX team on Freedom that I would implore you to take advantage of, and usually the trade-off is exposure. So that is something I'm going to mention for you. Work on some thumbnails. Some of your thumbnails are good, some of them not so much. Some instill like the thought of, gee, what happened? Like this one where you're covered in scratches and blood and boils and stuff. But then the other thing I want to mention is you're going to want to work on your descriptions. You're going to want to work on your tags, work on your editing. Definitely try to practice on some editing. Just upload it to whatever editor you're using and see what you can do to clip in stuff, clip out some stuff. And if you need to, take examples of what to do from YouTubers who are more experienced in the vlogging field. And also, don't overburden yourself with vlogs. Last thing I want to say is work on your About section. Get that Instagram linked so people can touch it up here. You can click on it and it'll bring us right to your Instagram. And don't private it if it is private. So that is my recommendation to you. Benny Richards, thank you very much for sharing that with us. Guys, I always implore you to check out other people's channels as I'm going over them. That way you guys might be able to come up with an idea, maybe how to help them. If I skipped over anything, always be sure that we're helping each other here on Freedom, on any network, on any form of platform for YouTube, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help each other grow. So if you, I implore you guys to go check it out, help him out if I've missed any points, or communicate with him if you want to do a collaboration of some sort. So thank you very much again, Benny Richards, for sharing your channel with us. Going on, we're opening up the list now. Now the list is open. The list is open now. The opening of the list is schnell. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, good channel. Honestly, not bad for quality. And this is Beliski. All right, Hydro, you don't need to keep repeating that. And if you guys see your name up here, you don't have to repeat it either, because I want to be able to get everyone in here. And in a couple seconds, I'm going to close the request. Starting now. The requests are now closed. If I go over you. Please keep in mind this is non-biased because I use a wheel that's a randomizer. So keep that in mind. Oh, you're Thinglish? That's not a problem. All right. So, yep, the requests are now officially closed. So let us continue. I'm just gonna copy the last two names here, and we'll get you guys going. Okay. And Taser, I believe you're already on here. No, but you've been asking. All right. Add choices. There we go. So you guys see why I have to do a wheel thing, because if I were to stay up all night doing this, I'd be here until like next year sometime. How long is stream? It's gonna be for about a couple more hours, or maybe like an hour and a half, another hour or two. I don't know. No problem, Benny, and I really hope it really helps you out there. So let's spin the wheel. After they say, if we hit 150 viewers on a stream, would you shave your beard? No. My beard is my branding. Genesis Designs. Genesis, where art thou, Genesis? I haven't seen you post in a while, Genesis. Where is Genesis? There he is. Genesis Design. Am I the GOAT? All right. Genesis Design. I was just making sure you're still here. 30,000 for charity? I don't know. It's weird me not having a beard. I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to talk about. All right. So let's go Genesis. I also go here and delete you off the list. You were at the top of the list, dude. Good job. Not often that happens. I might, Quick Hacker. Okay, so that's kind of cool. It kind of gives us a little example of what you do, which I think is pretty neat. The one thing I have a question about, and I have to ask this question. I need to save it with facial once in my lifetime. I'm not sure if clippers can even cut this. It's like made of solid obsidian. I want to say no, it's adamantium. It's an adamantium beard. I'm not sure if anything can even actually cut through it. It's flame proof. It's everything proof. So let's go back into you. I'm not sure if you designed this lion yourself, but I like how it looks. It looks really cool. You made this really cool background, this really cool banner right here, but you didn't put it up here. And I'm not sure why you didn't do that. That would have been kind of cool to see, like, a transition between some of them. I really like the editing. I really like how this definitely, even though it's not a channel trailer, it still is in a way, because if your channel is about this. The other thing I want to mention is, while I'm looking at your banner, it's actually not half bad put together. I want to see this banner, though, up here, because this one's pretty dope compared to this one. Not going to lie. And I do like the Genesis designs on their GFX tutorials and more, which is kind of cool. And I like that your uploads are here. Your popular uploads are here. This is a really well laid out front page. Then your Sony Vegas Pro tutorial, OBS tutorials, nice. It's very well laid out. If you have any other playlists, I recommend putting them on your front page as well. I do like how your front page is laid out almost entirely. So, claps. You get golf claps. Good job. It's not often we get to see that on here, where I'm just like, yeah, you're good. So, let's move forward. The one thing I'm going to nitpick a little, but your icon, though, doesn't tell me much about your channel. It just has the little lion head on it, which I guess is good, but it could also be bad at the same time. So is there a way, do you think, you might be able to redesign the icon where you could incorporate the name Genesis Design in some format, either just using the initials or actually somehow getting the title in there. It's just a recommendation. You don't have to do it, but I want to stoke that creative fire of yours and try to see what we can do to get something a little bit more interesting on your front page. Try reloading it. I'm not sure if you've changed your banner up here. I'm not sure if it's ooh. I like that. I actually do like the that's a pretty now see the banner's dopeness has increased to at least dope 10, which is good. See now there's a subtle way to say you have a Facebook, Instagram, and a Twitter without having to put your actual Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on here, and I would have to say this is a good way to do it. So good job. No, seriously. Now it's like now I feel like this needs to look as good as this. This definitely needs to look as good, if not better than that. I believe you guys would have, you would have the capability of making something awesome if you could try to match the creative passion behind this one with this one. So cool. Let's read about your about section. Also, I want to make mention. You say you have a Facebook page, but it's not listed. It's not listed here on your links section. So try to get that on there because I saw on the banner you said you have Facebook. So don't be skipping out on that Facebook with us. Okay. Now let's go to your Twitter. You say please follow me on Twitter and your Instagram to see if they are unlocked. All right, cool. Do you actively use Twitter? You do. Don't forget to use your hashtag so people can find your stuff. That's the only comment I have on that. If that is an issue, I'm sorry, my bad. My application denied because of. So that being said, nope. I mean, I can put you on the list, King Z. But as I was saying, looking at this, no, it's I like that you say you do tutorials on YouTube. Also, graphic designer. It's really good. And just you're missing out on hashtags, which makes people find your stuff. So that's something you should focus on. Now, I would say start getting into using your Instagram. Your Instagram is a little empty, and for someone as creative as you could probably really blast this Instagram pretty high and get some advertising out, not only for your channel but for your brand as well, for your website, because it looks like you got a website too. So try to get that stuff out. If your passion is creating graphic GFX for people, you might be able to make it into a profitable talent of yours. But you need to be able to get your stuff out there first. So I like that you're using Twitter, but I want to see more in different other creative social medias. I'm not sure, and it's like I hate recommending this, but I don't. But have you attempted trying to put stuff on maybe Tumblr, see if anyone might be interested there? People usually look for this type of stuff, so keeping that creative idea open. So let's go to your description. My name is Genesis Designs, and I make content featuring Vegas Pro, Photoshop, Camtasia Studio, OBS Studio, and much more. If you do want to see this content from me, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to see any other software, just let me know. If you would like to request a specific tutorial, just tweet me on Twitter or comment on one of my videos, and I will feature you in that video. That's actually pretty cool. You should use Instagram there, Genesis. I like it. I like how it's put together. Maybe if you could get into the reason what sparks your creative genius, what makes you want to do these types of tutorial videos, what makes you want to give back like you do. Is there something that you were having an issue with when you were trying to start to learn these things? Maybe you could share that information with us in your about section, because if you grow it from there, people would be more inept to, I don't know, be on your level. Know that you're a humble individual. Know that you're trying to help them. Just really push the fact that you're working with them. So just think of that. Now let's go to your playlist. Now see, you have playlist. You do have playlist. I'm sorry, I need water. And then I got splashed in the face. Oh God, I'm dying. Okay, so I see you have playlists, but try to get a good portion of them on the front page so people can click on them and streamline them. So moving forward, I love Photoshop too. It's so great. Thank the people who invented it. Now let's talk about your thumbnails. which I don't have a problem with for the most part. I see you're the Heisenberg of intros here, so me and you gonna fight. No, I see you're the Heisenberg of intros, but you're also using it as a form of helping other people. In other words, you're making intros for individuals, which, I mean, I guess for you that's good. For them, not so much, only because you got to utilize that 10 seconds. I would see what you could do to focus on doing things like outro cards or outro like pages. So try to see what you can do to to enable that as part of your thing and to promote good use of YouTube. And always recommend like some of these intros are pretty cool looking, but I really would recommend putting them in as an outro. They usually work better there. And if a person stayed long enough, I mean, come on. So let's take a look at some content. Oh, you're working. Okay. Start very soon. Now, I don't usually recommend using YouTube Creator, only because sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. But when you have streams that you're going to be uploading to your channel, I would say cut off this extra piece. Like, snip this extra piece off. That way if someone's trying to watch what you're doing, they're not sitting through 2, 3, 4 minutes of silence, because I'm not sure how long this is taking. Oh my. Okay, you just sat down to the mic. So, as I'm looking at it, I also noticed that it's been monetized directly by YouTube, which tells me that you've used some copyrighted material during the making of this particular video. So I'm going to have to mute it because of the process of that. I don't want anyone getting in trouble here for seeing what you're doing here. I'm just gonna, yeah, it's probably the issue that you're running into. I like that you're interacting with your audience on here, but sadly I can't play any of the song because reasons. I don't know what kind of music you're using. They got you a copyright claim on this particular video. So I got to be careful with that myself. Let's take a look. Now, even though it was a live stream, I would recommend fixing your tags up. Believe it or not, you can actually modify your tags when you're on your. Give me a second. Let me open it up. Let me get to my thing. All right, come on, load. All right, here we go. Now this was a recent one I did, but you can modify your tags in the advanced settings, and you go from there when it loads. You go to your info and setting, well, actually your basic info, and your basic info. There we go, basic, and you can fill out your tags right there. You click Save Changes, and it'll apply to your live dashboard. Also, make sure your description and everything is also filled out on your dashboard as well. You said, I hope you enjoy this awesome video. Please make sure you subscribe. Well, do describe what is going on in the video. So that is something you need to fill out for your description, not only because it helps people find the video after you've made it, but it also helps people find your video when you're live streaming. Because again, all of that information that you're putting into the video is clickable metadata that's going to be searchable metadata that's going to be able to find your stream, your channel, your video. So try to fill those out as much as possible. I mean, I know that seems to slip a lot of people's minds when they're starting these things up, but you got to keep in mind, if you're not putting the effort into it, it's not only seen by your viewers, but it's not going to be seen by YouTube. So try to fill those out as much as possible. Can I have a free intro? No, please. No, stop. Pretty please, kids, stop. Kids, stop. Okay, I like that. It's funny, but I also like that you have your social media. But here's your Facebook, and I saw that you had a website. Try to connect that to your. Try to connect that to your channel as well. In some way, that way people can go visit whatever else you do. So I see that you say you don't do these for free, so that means you do sell these in some shape or form or fashion. So yeah, I kind of like what this is. All right, Cat, that's a good way to get a TOS issue for your channel. So I don't ever recommend doing that. No. So let's see. And then someone said a sub. Always, again, respond to people that are watching your channel. Say thank you. Or something like, hey, I got other stuff coming along. I hope you guys really like it. So, yeah. Just talk to your peoples. It's gonna make them come back. It's gonna make them enjoy the stuff that you're doing. If you leave the comment section open and you don't talk to people, they're gonna go, oh, he's just posting videos. You don't care about me. You don't want that. You're just getting into this. The wheels have just started turning. Last thing you want to do is disconnect yourself from people that are actually watching you, especially at such an early phase, because these are going to be your people that are going to be watching you forever, and they're going to be the ones that are there in the future to go, I remember when you had 263 subscribers, and I remember when you were just starting off, and look where you are now. I'm so proud of you. And you want those people to be dedicated, because those are the people that are going to be there for you in the future as well. So I would say communicate, talk to your peoples, because they're gonna always appreciate what you have to say. Okay. So that being said, words. Let's give you your final summation, Genesis. So my final summation is, when you're doing a live stream, always be careful. Always be careful. Please be careful of the music that you're using. It's a common issue that a lot of people have when they're doing live streams, is that they run into copyright claims. And I know it's a pain in the butt, but try to find, I know Freedom definitely has a huge music library that you can choose from, that you can put towards your video, and that you can set to yourself. So I would say definitely work on utilizing that music, because that music is actually pretty dope. Hey, Stuffy. So that being said, moving forward, I love your banner. I love your front page. 100% good job. 10 out of 10. Explain a little bit more in your about section. Definitely give more detail in your description and your tags, and try to no, I think your titles are okay. But try to encourage outros outside of intros. I know that's your money, and that's where you get funding from. But I'm just saying, like, look into offering that, since outro cards are becoming more of a thing being used here on YouTube. See what you can do to start really working on that and creating through it. Don't be afraid to edit some of your videos after they get uploaded because of the live stream. Just go into the YouTube creator and get rid of that big empty space where someone's sitting there for 2 minutes. Okay, when is this going to start? That way it gets right into it. Other thing I would recommend is just take a recording of that, or download the MP4 of the video that was uploaded, and make a video out of that video and see what you can do to build off of that. Let's see. I didn't check your upload schedule, but I believe it should be doing fantastic. You upload a lot, and that's not an issue. But the issue that I am seeing is you took 3 weeks off here, 3 weeks off here. And, like, I know this stuff takes a while to make. I truly I understand, because it's the creative process, and it's not as easy as just turning it on and off. So I would say try to keep a regular upload. Now it all depends on your analytics, really. But I personally never recommend doing so many uploads in a row for a small YouTuber, and this is just my personal opinion, my personal experience. If this is working for you, hey, that's cool. But what you'll notice is that your first video is going to be outshined by your second video, and sometimes your third and first video are going to outshine your second video. So always keep a schedule. Don't I see you say you upload at random times. Don't make it random. Make it on point. Make a ready schedule for you. Keep a calendar. Do what you got to do to make something for your audience to look forward to, and not he's going to upload when he uploads. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So those are my recommendations to you, good sir. Keep up the good fight. Help. I like that you do GFX. I would really get in touch with the Freedom GFX team, see what you could do to help them out. you never know. You might gain some good followers from doing that, and just the satisfaction of being able to help other people. If that's not something you want to do, I understand. I understand completely. The creative process is something that you can't just equally just blah, you know? So I like that you filled in the time of creating something with the creation of something. So that's actually kind of cool. So thank you again for sharing your channel with us. It was very unique, very interesting, and I love the everything on it. Just work on those few things that we've discussed, and you should be doing a-okay. So thank you, Genesis. We are now list is open. Zombie Gaming HD. All right. Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith said me. The Convo. I've gone over your channel there, Convo. I know I have. Zombie HD. Got you. Trex Max. Sort of like Chex Mix. I like it. Abstimus. All right. There we go. And there we go. Guys, keep in mind, oops, that's a V, not a control V. All right. Trex Max, I put you on the list. Abstimus, put you on the list. And Blacktube, I'll put you on the list because you've been asking for a little while. All right. Officially closed. And please, read the list because your names are all on there, all you asking for me. All right. That being said. Yeah, this chat's going off the chain. Okay. So, continuing. We had a different plan, I see. Okay. Also, keep in mind, if you are not here when I call upon thy name. If you're not here when I call upon your name, I will skip over you and you will be removed from the list so other people can get a chance. If you're not here, I cannot go over your channel. So let's apply the wheel changes. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Genesis, I don't know how you got on there twice. Probably because you spammed me. Genesis. Because I'm pretty sure we just went over your channel, mister. How did you even get in here twice? There, you got in there twice, you smarmy. This is why we don't spam. It's Daniel. There we go. It's Daniel. It's Daniel. Art thou here? Again, I do not go over channels unless you are here. And Kryptonic, I know that is an issue. So I visibly acknowledge that as being an issue. All right. Well, I'm gonna give the 30-second timer of death. He like literally came in, said it, check out my channel, and now he's gone, and it makes me sad. All right, Daniel is off. I always implore you people to please check the chat and check the video. If you are lagging behind, that might be an issue. No, I don't know how to use bookmarks. Daniel's here? Is that what I'm being told? Okay. 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 Alrighty. Don't stop smiling. It's Daniel or Danielle Cortez. Danielle or Daniel? Daniel. It's Daniel. Okay. Sorry about that. My all apologies. Let's flip the chat so we won't get noticed. So now then, before I continue, I was saying just a second ago, if I can't get to you guys, keep this in mind. All right. MGN holds one of these every Tuesday. There is no wheel apply for MGN as the traffic there is a little slower. The other thing is I also help individuals on my channel as well every Wednesday at 7. So I implore you to check out that stream when you get a chance. If I can't get to you here, I can get to you on those days. Or always, as always, come back here in the future so we can help you out there. Back at it again with the white banner. Yes. So let's talk about your front page in total. The one thing I want to mention about your front page is I would really recommend doing a repurposing of your front page. Try to get your page a little more, creative in a way. Something that would make it interesting for... I can't control YouTube's lag from my computer to them. And I was like, that's something that's completely out of my control. So I do apologize. So as I was about to say, right here, you'll notice on your front page you have this little cog. This cog is going to allow you to customize the layout of your channel. So I would probably try to slide that on over to get your your channel all fixed as much as you can, because you want to have like an ideal setup for a my apologies. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Your ideal setup for your new channel would always be have your trailer at the top. I'm not sure if you have enough videos for a trailer yet. I mean, it's never too early, but you should probably have some content built behind your channel trailer as well. Hey, awesome. So, try to get like a trailer of some sort. Your upload section definitely needs to be on your front page. This is just your activities. So you don't want people clicking on this, because that's what this is. That's what these are all for. So try to customize your front page as well. Try to get your popular uploads, create a playlist, and then your individual playlists, which makes it easy for people to navigate your actual section. That's how I would recommend laying out your channel. You can do that by hitting these little... Where the heck is it? Oh wait, I'm on the this. You'll see these little icons here with the pencil, and you can add and fix up some of the stuff. If you want to add more, you go to the bottom and hit add section. That way you can feed views is for subscribe news. Yeah, so I would say set this up for yourself. Don't as Anthony says, feed view is for noobs. And with 110 subscribers, you should not have your feed up any longer. You should have your front page laid out completely. So let's go to your about section. So I want to see an upload section. I want to see your popular video section. I want to see your playlist section. I know you're not going to have a whole lot of playlists right now because you're at only 15 videos. So I don't expect too much, but I expect a playlist. So let's go to your about section. So I like that you say don't stop smiling, but I kind of want to know a little bit more about you. I want to know what makes you tick, what makes you want to go on YouTube and do your thing, what your upload schedule is, what to expect on your channel, where your social media is in the slightest. You want to be on Twitter, you want to get on that Instagram, you want to get on that Facebook to get your stuff advertised, because the best advertiser is not going to be anyone around you but you. They will eventually fall into place and help you, but you got to establish a network of people that are being interested in helping you. So try to fill this description out more. Really, really get into your channel. Now let's talk about your banner. Your banner is a little lacking, and here's why. The name of your channel is It's Daniel. That's what you've decided. That is what you decided for your channel. It's Daniel. So I like that your thing says don't stop smiling. That's cute. But I want to say put It's Daniel in the biggest type, then don't stop smiling and below. But you're going to have to make a decision. Is it going to be Daniel Cortez or It's Daniel? So make your decisions right there. The next thing I want to mention is you don't want to use just a plain white background. It's uninteresting. And I would recommend making a background that would be relevant to what you're doing on your channel, or maybe your channel name. My personal channel, my channel's name is Frosted Fricks. So I made this really cool frosty background with my name on it, and it's simple, it's tasteful, and it's legible. So try not to use so many different fonts on your thing. Stick to a font or maybe two, but try not to font it up, because you got like 4 different fonts going on your front page, and that's just it's not pleasing to the eye, I guess, the words with they. So try to work on that. And really fill it in. Again, the GFX team here on Freedom is actually a pretty good one, and they will work for you if you want to help if you want to help back. So let's check out your playlist. All right, so you have 10 videos in your playlist and about 15 videos. So there's 5 videos that are missing from your playlist. So try to get those into your playlist as well. He's like a forest gnome, not a garden gnome. Magical. So let's go to your videos. All right, so here's where I'm going to say awesome and needs work. Okay, so I do like your thumbnails for the most part. Sometimes you have an interesting thumbnail like this one. Should I go in? That's kind of cool. Went in the canal. That's kind of cool and we'll get some views. But then you have other ones where it's like this one or this one where, wait, you got this one. Why didn't I film? That kind of incorporates itself, but try to add some more visuals to kind of get the idea of what might be an issue. Maybe just not just putting your hand on your head. The other thing I want to mention is try to stay away from using just black type, only because it blends really badly to everything. So try to make type stand out. I would have used a white on that instead of a red, because for some reason red's just not as appealing to the eye. I would have probably went with a white, because you had like the sepia tone background, and you could have used white like right over that, and it would look really cool. So the next thing I'm going to say, let's take a look at your upload schedule. That's 3, that's 1, that's 3, that's 1, that's 2, and that's okay. So you recently started, but you don't really have an upload schedule. I would say try to find one for yourself. It's kind of sporadic. You do 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and that's really all I have to work off of. But try to find a schedule where you're uploading at least for you, maybe 3 times a week, maybe twice a week, whatever you can handle. But try to stick to that schedule, because again, consistency is everything when it comes to your channels. You stop uploading, there's going to be issues. So try to stay consistent with your channel as much as possible. So now let's see your recent video.
Guys, I'm climbing this. I'm gonna get kicked out of Walmart if I'm filming. So I reached 100 subscribers, you guys. Happy New Year. You want my number? Who wants my number? Who wants my number? Number? Who wants my number? Who wants my number?
So your intro goes on for 12 seconds, and it's not even fit to your screen. So let us discuss what you did right and what you've done wrong. All right? So what you did right, you did something at the beginning that kind of made it interesting.
You guys, I'm
for
climbing
people
this. I'm gonna get kicked out of Walmart if I'm filming.
to watch the rest of your channel. However, you kind of mislead a little on your front as well, because it says asking random people out. Then you're talking about how you're breaking in at some place, how you're got 100 subscribers. So try to keep it relevant to the video. Like maybe start off with you walking up to a person and ask him out, and maybe getting the reaction to that. The other thing I want to mention is, and this is sort of the gospel of Frosted Fricks here. Intros are bad. Okay? Okay? Intros are bad. Now the issue with your intro, one of them, is that you kind of put it right after you built me up. So picture this in your mind, if you would. I have a cake. This is my favorite analogy. I have a cake. I show you the cake. It's your favorite cake. Think of your most favorite cake. And I have the candles lit and everything. It's your birthday. I give you this really awesome looking cake. And as I get it close to you, I dump it on the ground. It's pretty much how sometimes it feels when you throw an intro right after you showed me something awesome. And that's bad, because you saw that I sat through it this time because I wanted to give you an inkling of what's going on. When people see intros, it's generally not a great thing, because you're in a legitimately sense, you're legitimately forcing your intro, your channel name down people's faces, and you don't want that to be the thing for you. You want people to judge your channel on you, not some intro. The other issue you're running into is your intro's not even sized appropriately to your channel, so it's actually on its own resolution and scale, and it's not fitting your channel at all. So I would just remove it all together. If you want to keep it, use it as an outro and goes right into like a card or something like that. Just you have 10 seconds to grab a person's attention, and when you get that, don't drop the cake. I guess that's the word to say. Give them the cake, don't drop it. But when you throw an intro at them, you drop the cake. So that's where I stand on that. Okay.
You guys, I love fake grass. Look at this fake grass. It feels so nice. The reason why I'm wearing sunglasses, you guys, because obviously it's hot out here. I know I live in Texas, so it's hot. You guys, I didn't bring a tripod, so I'm sorry for that. It might look weird, but hi.
Sudex, it's 100,000 subs for verification.
Oh my god.
What is this? What is this theme? What is this? What is this park trying to do? Kill the people that are going in it? All right, so let me maybe help you out here as well. You have a video that is stated that you're asking random people out. We are now about 1 minute and 34 seconds of a 10-minute video, and well, you haven't gotten to the point. And for an impatient person like people who are on YouTube, me, most of the people, they'd probably end up skipping your video. And what you should do is, I like that you have all this B-roll, but don't use it all up in the beginning. Use parts of it. Maybe if you can find a way to incorporate it into the video later. But what we came here for is to see you ask random people out, and you haven't gotten to it yet. Ergo, I'm guessing the overall watch time on this video would be about 3 minutes at most. And I'm just saying that just based on looking at what you have here for a video. Now then, I want to say, give me a second here. Just got to make sure keeping communications open. All right. Now I want to say is, I like the angles. I like how you're
Mind
coming
this,
in
I'ma
clear,
go up there,
but
so
it just
let's
doesn't
go.
feel like you're getting to
You guys,
the
it's
point
hot.
what you need to be.
I just barely fell off. Ah, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Oh my god, look at it. Ah, it's
All right.
shocked me.
So
You guys got shocked.
yeah, as I said, we're now almost 2 minutes into this, and you haven't gotten to what the point of the video is. So I'm going to say, if you look at the revenue or no, the statistics on this video, you'll notice that not too many people watch past a certain time. Hey, Frostbeat. Yo, man, you want my number? All right, so now let's talk more about the meat and potatoes of your channel, your metadata, that gritty, grindy stuff that no one likes to fill out. Let's talk about that real quick. Now, as far as your tags go, you don't have tags. This video is not searchable. The other issue we're seeing here is you don't have a description. Your description is "Don't stop smiling. Thank you so much for watching. I love all my fans." And that's great and all, but that doesn't really point us out anything. See how, like, again, the description pops in to the video itself. You want your description to sort of incorporate itself with the video. You could have gone something as easily, this is a video of me doing pranks where I randomly ask individuals out to see if they say yes or no. What you find out may surprise you, and work off of that. There's a way to expand this as much as possible. Like these are things you need to have. You have all social media in it, which is awesome, but you don't have anything really relevant to the video, and you need that relevancy because the source code, I mean, this doesn't lie every time you look at it. Your description literally says how, like mine's right here. So what would appear right next to this video is the words, "Don't stop smiling. Thank you so much for watching. I love all my fans. It would be very kind if you like, subscribe. Feel free to comment. Period. Thank you. Heart. Mer." And that's what pops up next to it. So I would definitely say work on that. Now then, last but not least, I'm going to give you my final summation because I got this feeling you kind of dipped on us. I haven't seen you say anything in a while. Yeah, I know Daniel hasn't spoken in a while, and that kind of upsets me just a little because we want to be able to help him, and if he's not here, he's not getting the education that we're given. And guys, keep in mind this much. I will occasionally stop and look over to see if you're talking, because I do this, and if you're not talking and I'm reviewing your channel, that makes me think you're only here to get a shout out, and we don't do that here. Yeah, I think he's gone too. So for those of you who are following along, and if Daniel isn't here, Daniel, work on your banner. I like your icon. It's pretty okay. Get that front page running for you. Get the about section rolling for you. Work on your descriptions. Fill out your tags. Really work on your editing skills and get to the point. Delete the intro. Put it to the outro, and you should be fine after that. And get yourself an upload schedule. So yeah, thank you for sharing your channel with us, Daniel. I hope in the future you stay when people are helping you. It definitely. I'm here to help you, not shout out your channel. That's what we're trying to do. Everyone here is trying to get their help, and if you're not here and you're not taking these notes, you're not taking these ideas, you're taking away from an individual who might have learned something. So thank you again for sharing your channel with us. So let us go into. Oh, you're still here. Okay, because you got quiet, and I've been talking to you for like a solid 5 minutes, and that was just directly to you. All right. So that being said, let us continue. The list is now open. His intro is spelt wrong. Oh. Guys, don't ask for it if you're already on a list. I can tell you there's people that are asking that are already on the list. So you don't have to keep repeating yourself. I just know Poison isn't. So Trex, I know you're on there. So you got one more time to ask, and I'll take you off. Did you get a new room? No, this is the same room I've been in for a while. I just, the camera's resituated, so it kind of pushes itself further back into the back of the room. Skype leaked. Hydro, he's still here. Damn it, Frosted, why are you talking in thin air? Hey, would you say me? But just go. Trident Central. I could have sworn I put you. Did I put you on here? No. All right. Poison. Stop. All right, Jason, man, it's been a while since I seen you on my channel. All right. And again, guys, there's always... Oh, I didn't see you say... All right. So, guys, again, there is always a possibility of me going over your channel at a different time if I can't get to you tonight. I try to keep it fair for everybody. Guys, also, can we get some love on this this stream? I'd like to see some likes get up. I want to see the likes climb. I haven't seen likes climb in a while. I mean, like, it's slowly inching up, but I'm not feeling the hype train from the like train, because the hype be coming from the chat, but they ain't coming from that like section. So if we could get that like section going as fast as that chat's going, that'd be real cool. Just saying. Just throwing that out there, because, hey, I would have to say, hey, I believe we could get that like train going. Just saying. Just saying. But anyways, let's apply the wheel changes. I could go friends by disguising my cat into a girl. Keep your eyes on the chat. Yes. So let's spin the wheel. Reaper Legion Network. That's a fun name. Reaper! Reaper, Reaper! Now, the chat picked you up real quick, but I need to know you're here. Because if you ain't, I'm going to be very sad. And you're going to be too, because you're going to be like... It is always a good idea. I mean, like, if you guys like Freedom Network, go ahead and sub to it. Do you get paid to live stream on Freedom? I do not, actually. Oh, cool. Reaper's here. I do this because I enjoy doing it, and I do it for just that simple fact that
Thank you for
to me it's fun, and I want to help you guys. That's what I want to say. You are the winner of Cov review. Congratulations, Ripper. It's here. So let me get you off this list. Oh man, you're really on this list somewhere. There you are. No, if I looked through it, I'd find you. Now let's watch this intro, because this intro looks real cool.
checking out the Reaper Legion Network channel.
Yeah.
Consider this channel a doorway into the multiverse of geek culture. Everything from video gameplay, gaming news, discussions about comic books and comic book-based movies, science and wildlife shows, subscription box reviews, and we are also visiting Comic-Cons, doing museum tours and other places of educational interest like national parks.
When will I
and
upgrade to
facilities
Windows 10?
that are
On this
also a lot
computer,
of
never.
fun. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about here, having fun and learning some stuff. So do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button on the right side of your screen, come on, you know you want to, and help build our little community into a bigger community. And remember, please, geek responsibly.
That was good. That was a good, great channel trailer. That was really well put together. Really nice voice, as Anthony said. That was really, really well done. And it was planned out. You had your script ready. You didn't stummer or stabble anywhere. And you didn't make up words for stutter and stumble. And no, that's really cool. And I like this. It was pretty good. It was a nice trailer. It was well stitched together too. So like, I have no negative comments on it, other than you did a great job trying to get people to get people's attention to drag them in. You said exactly what your channel does, and you presented it in a way that made it interesting. So great trailer, dude. Like, really cool. I like that. So now let's talk about your banner. I'm going to build you up and I'm going to break it down for a second, because we're here to build you back up. let me break it down for a second. I like the banner, but it's not sized to YouTube standard size. And if you were to stretch this at this point in time, you would make everything look wonky. I kind of like that you have these on here, but I don't at the same time because it totally takes my attention away from. Oh, cool, Reaper! I'm glad you appreciate it. It takes my attention away from your logo, which is kind of dope. So maybe there's a tasteful way where you could talk about what you do on here without having to put all that extra information and squish your logo down to this little space. You got all this acreage and you're using your real estate for this little small spot. So try fitting this in. I kind of like how this looks, but I don't know. I kind of like the background thing, but it doesn't quite like to give you an idea. The background of this makes it feel dark and dreary because it's like a cemetery, and when I come onto this and I see that, I kind of feel like I'm about to watch a channel that does horror games or goes through mystery houses. But you don't do that. You actually are on sort of a news channel, which I think is cool. So maybe try to incorporate something along that line. I mean, you focus on the geek fandom, which is awesome, and I like that. And I feel like if you could stretch that idea out and make the background of the banner work towards that, it might actually work for you. Now let's look at your front page. Neat. Wildlife series, that's your thing. Time to Science series. These are your playlists. These are good. Really well put there. Star Citizens, Motivation series, nice popular uploads. Very well put together. As a recommendation for aesthetics, this is just aesthetically saying, I like how some of these look, but to break up the front page looking a little mundane, I would say probably try to have fun with your layout. So like I have like vertical columns every now and then. I kind of recommend it, only because it just spices it up a little bit and makes it kind of interesting to look at. Just that would be a thing I would say. But that's just aesthetics. But other than that, you got everything you need to have on your front page, which is awesome. So good job there too. So let's continue. Welcome, one and all, to our own slice of geek heaven. Here at Reaper Legion Network, we strive to bring you our absolute best in entertainment for today's video game, comic book, and science geek. We will be bringing you video game reviews, watch me play shows, comic book themed shows discussing animated, print, and live-action TV programs and movies. But, that's not all. But wait, there's more! We will also be doing tours of natural museums, which I think is actually kind of cool, on-location shoots at comic book conventions, awesomer, zoos and other fun, interesting things, and educational events. We appreciate any feedback you offer as we continue to evolve our programming. Thank you so much for joining us. Very well and put together. Maybe better thumbnail theming? We'll discuss that in a second. I do reviews on channels, but I try to do those on like channels where people don't come to as often. Like I encourage coming to the MGN channel, definitely, because I do that as well. Retro, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? Okay, buffered for me. All right. So, as far as your description goes, it's really well put together. I like how it's done. I kind of want to see maybe a why you started doing this, and I also kind of want to see. Actually, no, I do want to see your upload schedule as well. I like that you have your Instagram, your Twitter, and your Facebook all connected. We're going to see if those go. Oh, it looks like your Instagram's not connected. Your Twitter's not connected, but your Facebook is. So you got that going for you. So, but I also say carry over your branding. Your branding seems a little different than it does on your channel. So try to carry your branding over to make it easier to see. No, I actually don't think the about section, your description can never be too long. The more descriptive you are about yourself and your channel, the better. It will actually show that you care about what you do. So it's not long at all. But you are experiencing some issues. Your Instagram and your Twitter don't connect. So you're going to want to fix that. Also, you'll notice that you got the little earth here. Fine, man. Channel is booming after your help. No problem, Retro, and I'm glad I was able to help your channel grow. It actually makes me very happy to see that. So you'll notice that a lot of people have this issue where their Twitter looks like this little world. And this is actually, I'm going to show you something real cool. Because I was actually taught this a little while back. You'll see I have the bird. You want to know how to fix that? It's a really simple, real dumb thing, how to fix that. You know how in all of it you see HTTPS, but in your Twitter, just put in HTTP and the bird will show up. If you put HTTPS, you get the little earth. So I would see what you could do to get that changed. I know you still got to connect your channel first, your Twitter channel, but I want to see if you can get that changed for yourself so you can get that little bird as well. Okay. So let's go back there and let's check out your playlist. Water. Your icon problem with Facebook, I believe it has to be HTTPS. All right, you are a playlist lord here, so that's cool. I like it. You got a lot of cool playlists here. You're keeping track of things you probably want to go over with using these these like trailer things. So these are probably subjects you want to target and spot on there as well. I like how you have them organized on the row: comic book, movies, and collectibles, gaming, Marvel Heroes, Omega. So you kind of have a little bit of dip of each and everything. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go to your videos, your chunk of your stuff. Now then, let's talk about some theming, as Anthony had put it, for your thumbnails. Your thumbnails kind of go on and off in terms of theming. I like what you do here, but then you drop it here. I like what you do here, but then you drop it here. So I like your recent uploads, which are having your it's sort of like branding your thumbnail, I guess that's the word to say. But I kind of like how they're laid out now. These are actually really cool. This was actually pretty cool too. But I kind of like this because you're theming your stuff. Try to, depending on what you're talking about, try to theme it by color. Like color coordinate your thumbnails. So let's say you're working on the road to AwesomeCon. I like how you kind of changed how the thumbnail looks. Maybe theme it to like Marvel and DC. See what you can actually do to make it separate itself from the other ones. You go on the road again, PC gaming, and those are pretty cool too. But again, work on that theming because you got something that's pretty. You got a cool idea now, but before you didn't do that. I like how you're working on it, but I kind of want to see a little bit more other than the red. Just something that would be relative to it. Again, color coding would be a cool idea for you. YouTube Multiverse and the Attack of the Killer Web. Okay, let's take a look. Ouch. Okay. Sorry.
There are.
And again, I'm not a big fan of intros myself, only because I feel like they take away from the video. However, I feel
There are.
If you could shorten that to maybe like 4 seconds, that might be good. It might work for you because you're not exactly a gaming channel. You're not exactly a vlogging channel. You're like a news vlogging channel. It's a little bit different. It's a horse of a different color. So if you could shorten that and then get right into what you're about to get into, that might be beneficial for you. YouTube Multiverse and the Attack of the Killer Web. I would also say when you're putting in titles and you want to put them down like this, center them because your point of center is right here. And you'll notice that this side is shorter than this side.
Multiple universes on YouTube. Multiple universes.
Also, you probably didn't need to do that title. You could have just went right into it as well. Stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's plenty of stupid stuff. But the thing is, people complain about YouTube a lot, But the truth is, a lot of the crappy stuff that you might see on there, you don't have to watch that. Like, there is literally...
It's me then.
almost an unlimited...
I like the subtle, like, jazz music you're putting in the background. Retro. I like the subtle jazz music you're putting in the background. It's very light, but it's not overpowering.
variety
It's nice.
of content you can...
Okay, now let's talk about this real quick. Probably this is something that a lot of people do. When it comes to their channel, they'll either say like, comment, and subscribe, or they'll say like and subscribe, and I say that's okay, but don't do it at the beginning of the video. Which, in other words, how can I put it? Would you give the bill for a meal at a restaurant before or after the guests have eaten? In this case, you're giving it before. They haven't even tried the food yet, and you're kind of saying, pay this and I'll take care of you. Ask that at the end of it, and try not to repeat it. Just keep it once. Keep it short. Keep it unless you're doing a stream, because I always say I implore you guys to like this video during the stream. But I would say don't ask for that at such an early state in the game here. I would say put it at the end of your video. Let's go. If you guys stuck around this long and you really like what I do, like, comment, and subscribe, and that way you can get this going for you. Yeah, I was noticing the resolution just a little funky. I thought it was me,
do
but
some
looks
really
like,
dumb things on there.
Looks like it was something you ran
Like,
into.
really stupid. And I often wonder, say later on in life you want to do something else with your time. Did you ever think that maybe an employer might see that and be like, wait a minute, who is this moron that we've hired? Now, don't get me wrong. I started out on YouTube probably 2007, something like that. And my first YouTube videos, I was saying a lot of crap, but I was saying good crap. I was trying to make...
I kind of like how this video is set up. It's a nice self-reflecting video that speaks a lot about you, and I like that because me being a new person watching your channel, I get a good feeling of what type of person you are just from this video. Not necessarily resolution, but hey, you said this was just an oopsie. It was your camera setting. So in the future, just be careful of that. Here's a stats for fast food. Nice sit-down place. You pay after the meal. Yeah. But what was I saying? I like how everything's sort of laid out, and I like even though you're shooting off the cuff, you're not really stumbling over your ideas. But I have the fourth off. Oh, and I'm still eating group bread. Yeah, so I do like this. I do like it. So let's take a look here at your tags. One of the more important parts of the video, other than the video content itself, is how people are going to find you. Now on here you say Reaper, Space Legion, Space Network, Land of the Dead Entertainment, YouTube, Multiverse, The Attack of the Killer Web YouTubers, Crazy Content Videos, Reaper Legion Network, Tombstone, Chaos, Greed, Culture, Comic Book, Cosplay, Guilty Pleasure. All right, so there is a thing called spam tagging, and in the future you could get in trouble for spam tagging. So I don't think I have the fourth off, hon. I think I'm like working most of the day, if not the entire day. No, I have the evening off. I have the evening of the fourth off. That's good. But what was I saying? I would try not to separate your tags like you do. And also, I wouldn't put in tags that aren't relevant to the video. I'm not sure if you cover comic books or cosplay in this particular video, but if you don't, those probably shouldn't be default tags for it. Only due to the fact that it's not relevant to the content you're providing. I see the words Tombstone. Not sure if that's where you are right now, but I've been in Tombstone. It doesn't look like where you are because Tombstone's a bit of a desert. I've been there a couple times, about 15, but I'm not sure if that's just relevant to the channel or it's sort of a random tag. Try to keep tags relevant to the video, your conversation, what you're discussing. You're talking about multiverse theory in YouTube, or how YouTube is going to be affecting, like how social media affects a potential job you could get in the future. Tags can be phrases, as Anthony says. So I would try to meet up these tags, really beef up these tags, because not just single solitary word. Please note, single solitary words just will not help you. Especially this one that a lot of people use is YouTube and YouTubers. Let me just illuminate what that gives you in terms of results. 3 billion. We broke million on this. 3,930,000,000 results. That, and I feel like that deserves time, a calculator time. So that is quite literally 3,130,000,000. You have a 2.5445292620865114 to the negative 10th power of being searched from the sole tag of YouTube. So like literally a 1 in 4 billion chance of being seen. So try to stay away from tags like that because they're too general. So yeah, definitely focus on stretching this out a little bit and really filling those out. So let's go back to you. So you understand the importance of tags now. You have 500 characters to use. I would try to beef that up and use as many as you can, but make them relevant to the video and tasteful. So like like when I lay out those numbers, that is a phenomenal like length of numbers. Yeah, single words don't rank as well as relevant phrases. So that is a huge number that you're hitting. That is not going to be giving you the result you want. So those odds are crazy. So YouTube is a multiverse. Chaos and I discuss how weird it gets here while she barely escapes the attack of a killer web. What's your guilty pleasure on YouTube? Let us know. And then you talk about your Instagram, your official Facebook, and your website, which is cool. I like that. This is actually a really description. If your protege that's walking with you, I'm not sure if she works with you or she's with you, has her own channel, I would say link her channel in this as well. See what I do like the description, and I believe it is long enough that it falls into the 100 character area. That's nice. That you did a good job with that. Maybe try to beef it up. Maybe try to leave some relevant ideas, or like if you're citing any sources, put them in your into your description as well. Sorry, I was reading. Now let's take a look at your interaction. This is where it gets a little crazy. I see you're talking to a few people, but you're not talking to all people. So watch these as much as possible. Watch these as much as possible and really talk to them. My guilty pleasure on YouTube is, and I like how your audience is so interactive. It's so cool. I like how they're interactive with each other. That's actually really cool. And I like you ask a simple question, but they still respond, and that's a good way to get your audience engaged. You do a better job than a panel I went to at VidCon to get your audience engaged. So that's pretty cool. And Kryptonic, I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you reach 10,000 views, but if people have less than 10,000 views, now let me explain that. If people are with Freedom and have less than 10,000 views, there is a possibility that they join Freedom before YouTube made the rule of having to have 10,000 views in order to be monetized. So keep that in mind as well. There are people who got grandfathered in. If you weren't part of that initial group set, you probably weren't monetized, or you don't have the ability yet. But when you get into that section, you'll be able to monetize your videos. So that being said, I would have to say you have a pretty decent channel here. And I believe as I've been here, you've gained a couple subscribers as well.
Thank you.
But I want to say your overall screen presence is really good. I like that. And the fact that you're able to just spit out everything that you need to say without having any issues. That's a skill in and of itself. Because I suffer from stammering and stuttering a lot, but you can just shoot off the cuff, and that is great. So I want to say, work on the thumbnails a little. Try to theme them in a way. Get your banner all set up nice and neat. Really work on those tags. Meet out that about section a bit. I feel like the description could go on a little further and maybe take up a couple more rows. I think you got like 5,000 characters you can use in your description. So really utilize that space. As far as your tags go, stay away from single word tags, because they don't count as solitary phrases that are going to be able to be searched up. So really work on that. I like this is one of those rare moments where I think an intro would work, but you need to shorten it. And then I would say get right into what you're doing. Other than that, I do appreciate this. This channel is actually a really good channel. I love your channel trailer, and again, your presence is so well thought out and done on here. I'm surprised you're not further improving yourself. Once you get those social medias connected, I'd like to see where they lead to. And I also would say, if you're not utilizing those hashtags, you probably should be at this point in time. And try to get your stuff out as much as possible, because you offer a service that people do find interesting, and obviously they do. You have 629 subscribers, so I would say, hey, tech. So I would say really, keep going at what you're doing, and I want to see where you go on from that. I also want to see a better upload schedule, unless you do have one and I'm not seeing it. Okay, so sometimes you'll post like 5 times in a week, and sometimes you post twice a week. So try to find that good, solid medium and work on that. But thank you again for sharing your channel with us. And guys, if you want some cool gaming / nerd life news, go check out his channel. I mean, he does know what he's talking about, and that's great. And I love that he thinks outside the box. It's actually a really well put together channel. Just needs a little tweaks here and there, but I believe if he keeps up the work, he's going to be able to move forward and accomplish what he can accomplish on here, because I truly believe he has potential, and I want to see bigger things from you. So that being said, thank you for sharing your channel with us. It was really awesome, really great, and we're going to go right on to the next person. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you very much, Reaper. And again, guys, I implore you, as I'm going over channels, keep in mind, if I don't hit your channel, if I don't hit your channel, MGN always has the ability of going over your channel every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Maybe not this Tuesday, only due to the fact it is the 4th of July, and I'll be celebrating. I might do it a little earlier. I'm not sure yet. I got to discuss that with the powers to be. But the other thing I want to mention is I also do these on my own personal channel, so I always ask that if I don't get to you tonight, to please check that out. I do that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on my own channel. I'm not begging for subscribes. I'm not asking for subscribes. If you want me to check out your channel, please do so. And I always say this, if you're going to subscribe to anybody, subscribe to them for their content, not just because you want something from them. So that's not me being like mean or cold. That's just me being honest, because last thing you want, last thing I want, last thing anyone wants is dead subscribers. So that being said, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to open the list for 30 seconds. Actually, I'm actually not going to open the list because I haven't seen any new people pop in here for a while. It's been the same. Sleeping Cats. My channel is Frosted Fricks on YouTube. It should be in the description below. Yeah, it is in the description of this video. So let's get this going. Let's just roll it. Let's just roll it. I'm pretty sure we're getting into. Anime TV. Now there's a name I haven't seen in years. He was one of the first people. You missed awesome information, LWO001. Anime TV, art thou here? Lil Ouch Gamer, you are on the list. Although Sin Expertos del Football, I do apologize. I know you were supposed to go on this list. That is my fault. Anime TV, are you here? So the second timer is going. We start it now. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Well, Anime TV is now off the list. Tech, you will take his place on that list. Shh, stop. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't realize you asked for a review. There he is. Boop, bop. All right. We're going to apply the wheel changes. Rest in pepperonis. Yep. Spin that wheel. Games Tune, who I know has been active in the chat because he is a chatty Cathy, and I approve of the chatty Cathyness. So Game Tune, you are up. You have made the list. Now I hope this is as cool as I am anticipating it to be. I am anticipating this to be pretty dope. Pretty lazy sleeping cats. You're already on here somewhere. I know you're on here. I know you're on here because I put you on here. But GameTube, there he is. All right, let's drag you on over here. All right, so I see some things we need to talk about, but that's not entirely a bad thing because you're here to learn. You are here to learn. You are here to know how to do stuff, and that is fine. Now, I do have something to say. I cannot read the language that it is in, so I do apologize about that. I am not fluent in many languages, only a few. So let us talk about your channel. But first, let me take a water. Let me take a water. I'm going to need more in a second. After this review, I'll go grab some water. I don't start sounding like Gaz from Monsters Inc. All right, so let's talk about your front page. First off, I want to see you put your uploads from Mah to Mah. Next review is Wacko from the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister and from Animaniacs. Yeah. So that being said, I want to see this over here, maybe put into a vertical columns. And after about 50 videos, I believe you should have enough content at this point in time to make a channel trailer. I believe you can make a channel trailer, and I want to see you make one. Now then, let's go to your about section. And I'm going to cheat because I am not fluent in any languages. Or many languages, so we're gonna go to translate, and I'm gonna enter the text here. My goal of the channel is to get 1 billion views and get a diamond YouTube shield. Now I'm gonna tell you everything that is wrong about that goal. That's Rosa from, yeah, it's Roz. You should never review my channel if you review Anime TV. The worst part is, I called on you, bro. You weren't here. I called on you for a minute, and you weren't here. So, you were actually called on. You got spun, and because you chose not to be in the chat, I couldn't go over your channel. But so let me tell you everything that might be wrong about this about section. Now, let us talk as a group here, as creators, as entertainer, as edutainers, as everything here. You're only here for the voices? Okay, so one thing I want to say, you should never start YouTube for these two reasons: money and fame. And here's why. A lot of people get very discouraged when they are not getting the money they want. A lot of people get even more so discouraged when they're not getting the attention they want here on YouTube. You should never have your goal to be solely money and fame. YouTube, you're here to be an entertainer. You're here to educate. You're here to find and bring happiness to people that are watching your channel. If your main goal is the opposite of that, is for selfish reasons, you're going to find yourself getting more and more discouraged over time. And you don't want that to be the thing that happens to your channel. A lot of people become discouraged over time. And the unfortunate part about that is that it eventually just, it shuts them down. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like, you become your own worst enemy. So I really want you to go back to this about section and really reach into the reason why you started YouTube, the reason why you do what you do on here. And I want you to rethink that when you're looking at your channel, because if you're doing it for that reason, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And I was just that's just something I'm saying to you and all of you as creators. You shouldn't have these have this as your main focus, your main goal. Really work towards what you want to work towards on here. Just don't, like, if you have a goal like that, I would say keep that in your mind, but don't make that your only goal. So that being said, rework what you have on here, and I'm not sure what this is. I probably don't want to know. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is or what that linked to. Lion Dragon Way Blogspot. Your Blogspot? That's interesting. So that being said, what was I going to say? That being said, I want to see you revise this. I want to see you get on some social media as well. Your social media is missing a bit. You don't have one. You need to get out. You should get on Twitter. You should get on, like, Facebook or Instagram or Tumblr. These are things. These are the way. These are the way that you're going to be able to advertise your channel. The other thing I want to mention is, let's talk about your banner and your icon. From your banner and your icon, I know nothing about your channel. I don't even know what your channel's name is from that. I see Freddy Fazbear on here, which is okay, but it doesn't really tell me anything about your channel. It doesn't even tell me your channel name. The other thing is, I'm looking at your icon, which looks like you have a friend that sort of does the same icon, but I feel like, again, there's nothing on here that kind of relates to me knowing what's going on in your channel. So I'm going to take a quick pause as I'm getting notifications here. GamesTune, are you still here? I need to ask this question because I need to make sure I'm... Okay, he's here. Okay, good. All right. That's not a problem. All right. So please keep active in the chat. So let's go over to your playlist. All right. So you have 88 videos and 23 are in a playlist. I would probably get into... I am a nerd, hear me geek. I would probably get into putting more videos in a playlist. That way people can streamline your stuff and find it easier if it's all relative to a certain extent. Now, as far as your videos go, let's talk about that for a second. Your thumbnails need a bit of love, and here's why. Your thumbnails really don't help me understand what's going on. I mean, like, I see you put some wording in it, but, like, in this particular case, you have this wording all stretched out, Whoa, 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 whoa. No, you don't. You have this wording all stretched out, and it's almost impossible for me to see. Okay. Stop. Okay. So it's almost impossible for me to identify what is going on in the actual video. I like that all your thumbnails are different. However, they all look like the common thumbnails you would find in a Minecraft-esque video. And I say that because it feels as though I've seen these, like, these are the same type of Minecraft-esque thumbnails you would generally see on YouTube, because a lot of people play Minecraft. If you search Minecraft, I forgot how many hundreds of millions of results you get, but it's pretty big. So your issue that you run into is separating yourself from everybody else. So try to really push into working on them thumbnails. You'll realize that the return on your investment is going to be really great. So try to separate yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have the ability to work with the animation aspect of your character, see what you can do to push it a little further. Make it more interesting and more eye-catching as people are searching these type of stuff, this type of information. So that being said, I'm not sure what your titles are. So I'm only going to be able to base off of what I can see and possibly hear. See,
The beer that says
Anthony just said he's bad at Spanish. So if we could speak
refreshing as refreshment gets.
together, or we could get a nice
Pineapple
translator
summer
with
shandy.
each other, that would help.
راح الحين لسه قبل شوي علقت اللعبة.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick, if you don't mind. So let's talk about your interaction. It took about 24 seconds before I heard you guys, heard you say anything, and it seems to be coming in very soft, but there's like a lot of background noise. Lil Ouch, gamer, you have a good night. Again, there's always a way to get reviewed. I only do the wheel on Freedom, only because there's so many of you. That's how I keep track. All right, if you feel that way, I do apologize about that. So repeating, it's old live. Well, repeating, I mean, like, it might be old, but it's your most recent video, so that's what I go over. So it just appears that you're not communicating with people as much as you can be, or you should be. Now then, as I was going over this, your tags are missing. So I'm gonna tell you to work on some tags, get some tags to really separate your stuff. And the other thing I want to mention is your even if it was a stream or not, you weren't talking. You gotta get to talking. Like, as soon as your stream starts, start talking. Start doing like audio tests, going, "Hey, can you guys hear me? How y'all doing?" Stuff like that, and then get really excited about the thing. I do these streams on this channel, MGN, and my channel, and sometimes they can last anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. And the same energy I bring in when I first start, I take out when I leave. So I never drop the energy. The only time that's ever happened is when I did the 5-hour stream on here. But so the energy you bring in should be the energy you leave with. I know it's hard to stay that energetic for such a long time, but you got to want this. You got to really build yourself to want this. Now, that being said, your description is over here, but your description is lacking. There's nothing really describing what's going on in the video. You have your links, which is okay, but you don't have anything in the form of description. So there is no metadata on this video. Nothing that's going to be searchable for someone to find this video. So you need to put tags on it. You need to fill out that description. You need to tell me what you're doing in here. You need to tell me what's going on, because people like me who don't speak many languages fluently, or at all in some cases like this, I would say I would have no idea what is going on in your channel. But if you can somehow deliver what you're doing in an entertaining way, you might be able to get my attention in that case. And if I wanted to know what was going on, I could go down to your description and copy over something into a translator, and I could figure out, oh, he's doing this. He's playing Bed Wars or something like that in Minecraft. That way people get a good idea of what is going on in the video. Now then, I noticed on here, this might not be a good thing to have on your channel. I'm going to tell you that tell you why in a second. Here we go. Go back to my translate. Subscribe and write a sweet comment and do the string and see and all this plate for owner section. I signed up and hit you like and you subscribe channel owner of the section canceled subscription. Gotta love YouTube Translate. Not YouTube, Google Translate sometime. So essentially what I think is going on there, because this is not your channel name, someone is asking, saying that he left a like and subscribe in your channel. You should go to his channel and do that. Don't encourage that on your channel. Delete these types of things, because what's going to happen is someone's going to see that in your about section, and they're going. I mean, not your about section, your comment section, and sometimes they're going to go there. And what you're doing is you're actually being a promotional vessel for them. So don't encourage it. Put a blocker on that and delete that type of stuff, because that's not something you want to you want to be redirected for people. So just keep that in mind. Thank you, Showcase 1. You're very helpful to say that. So, Google often closes channels that use aptly because it's deceptive to users. Exactly. Just, I would not encourage it on your channel, though. Like, there's a current one that's going around where someone's botting accounts to bring them to a channel that's playing an alternate version of the Cranberry Zombie. And to be honest, it kind of is bad. But they are generating the views for it through these bot channels. And I've caught 4 individual bot channels trying to target my particular channel to vessel that video over, and I delete those things immediately. They actually hit my spam faster than they actually hit my comment section. So that being said, you're gonna need to do some love to your channel, my bud, and I'm gonna give you a quick list of things to do. At this point in time, you should have a channel trailer. I believe you have enough. I know you're new to this. That's fine. That's fine, because this is to help you. This is me helping you. So that's why I said these are tips. This is advice. This is not me criticizing you. This is me critiquing your channel. So in my critique, you need to work on your banner. You need to work on your icon. You need to work on your thumbnails. You need to work on your about section. Really dig down and understand, why did I start YouTube? And don't just throw things up for the sake of throwing things up. Put up videos that you actually have a passion for and you put a passion into. Really work on the editing of video. When you're communicating with your audience, actually communicate with your audience. The other thing I want to say is fill out that description. Fill out your tags. Really work on your titles to make it so it's dedicated to the actual video that we're watching, so people can understand and identify what they're about to watch. Not only that, make your channel more searchable via the metadata. So these are things you need to fill out as you're going through your channel. I know you're new to this, but you have 216 subscribers and 88 videos now, so we should be able to start growing and moving your channel forward. So that is my recommendations to you to move forward for yourself. I want to see you grow. I want to see your channel flourish, but you need to work on it. You need to bring that energy that I know you can. So that being said, thank you for sharing your channel with us. And if I missed anything on this explanation for GamesTune, please give any other advice that I might have skipped over. So please do that and help each other grow on this wonderful network. So thank you again, GamesTune, for sharing your channel with us. My water is empty, so give me about 1 minute, and I promise I'll be right back. In the meantime, I will leave you guys the chat section to watch it try to load itself. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back, like less than a few seconds. Trex Max, I saw that. No sub for subs on here. All right. All right. So now that I'm seeing you go, there should be not any subs for subs here, and let me explain why. Because I am now back, and I see you guys doing this stuff in this chat. You want to know why sub for sub is bad? And I'm this sort of the proverbial backhand of Frosted Fricks right now. Subs are bad. Sub for sub is bad, and here's why. One, it generates bogus subscribers, meaning people who are not even interested in your channel. They're only subbing to you for the sake of subbing to you because they want to sub. They want to sub for themselves as well. You guys should be subbing for each other based on their content, based on the information that's being given, and seeing if you actually like it. If it's just going to be hanging there and you guys aren't going to be liking what you're seeing, why would you sub to the individual? The other issue is you're breaking YouTube TOS, and that's a big thing. And might I also mention, you're doing it on the platform that is also your network that sees this type of stuff. So keep in mind, you actually have an administrator from the network looking at this chat, seeing people saying sub for sub, and that is against YouTube TOS. Sub for sub is something you can't do on YouTube because that is a community guideline strike. So, yeah, I'm just putting that out there, protecting you guys, but the damage you've done has already been done, so just keep all that in mind. Thank you, Anthony. So that being said, I'm going to open the list. We're going to open the list. I'm opening the list. I'm going to do 2 more channel reviews, okay, guys? Because I got to go sleep as well. And though you're putting it in a different language, Trex, I can see what you're saying. Because I do understand Spanish. All right. So that being said, open list. Go. Who wants on the list? Who wants on the list that's not already on the list? Hello, Bueller. Bueller. All right, I know BJ Craft is new. It's okay, Anthony. It was a perfect time for a quick break. All right. Please wait till... All right. 8-Bix Remix and Hydro Hype. You're already on there, so please don't ask again. I mean, like, I believe you're on there. I could have sworn. Yeah, you're all the way at the top, dude. You don't need to ask again. And closed. All right. So, and next time, I'm just going to put this as a warning because I've already warned you guys a couple times, and I'm pretty serious when it comes to my warnings. Don't ask if I had already put you on this list. This list doesn't refresh and change itself every time. It stays the same. If I add or remove people, that's one thing. But if you're already on here and you're asking for reviews, you're taking away from the possible chance of me going over people who haven't been put on this list yet. So, yeah. Okay, that being said, apply wheel changes. So, you can see this list is getting huge. Ah, it's so cold. Special shout out to my beautiful fiance who got me this water bottle that is supposed to help me during when I go to the gym and do these wonderful things for you guys. Let's spin that wheel. Spin that wheel instead of highlighting everything on here. Oh, he's on here. I know he's on here. Mr. Awesome. Look at that. Just look at it. All right. Well, that's a neat looking channel. Let's do it. See, I know he's been in the chat because he's been actively talking. So, yeah. Come on, me. All right, let's go. Okay, let's do this. I know, I see you here. I've been seeing you. I done went and saw you here. So let's talk about your front page first and foremost. I want to say you got some things working and some working for you and some things working against you. Now let's talk about what. The first thing being you don't have your uploads on your front page. You only have your popular uploads on your front page. So I don't know if you're active on YouTube right now. I see that your videos get views, but nothing tell me you're active on YouTube. The other thing I want to mention is your banner. Your banner does a yes, and then it does a couple no's. Now, you probably don't need you don't need the word gaming on your banner, unless your name is PG is awesome, or is it PQ is awesome gaming or gaming PG. That's the name of your channel, but it's not. So the one thing I want to say is don't put the word subscribe on your banner. And don't put the big old Facebook thumbs up on, I want to say it's a Facebook. It looks like a Facebook thumb up, but I wouldn't put these on your banner because, again, you're delivering a check before you've delivered the meal. And I want to sit down to a nice meal here. And yeah, you gave me the check before you gave me the meal, and it looks like you're begging. And you don't want that to be the first inkling or idea that people get when they're looking at your channel. So don't have that on your banner. I like how your banner looks right here. If you take all this off, you have a really nice looking banner. So why spoil it with all this extra stuff that you don't need? So let's go to your about section. Now, keeping in the fact that this is an entirely serious thing that I do on this wonderful platform, I want to mention that I do a fun thing every now and then, and it was requested of me in the last thing that I did, which sometimes I go over channel's about section using a character voice that I can do. And because the about section is so small on this, and don't take this into me making fun of you in any sort of way, this is just something fun that I like to do because I can do it, and it's a talent of mine. All right? All right. So I like to read about sections in different cartoon character voices because I can do them. And I'm here to entertain you as well. So here we go. All right. Hey guys, it's PG is Awesome. I'm doing YouTube for fun, and I hope you will like my videos. I try to upload one video per week or more. I will upload Minecraft videos and eventually other games. Alright, that's cool. So let's talk about some of the things that you could be adding to this about section. I like how you kind of got a little personal, that you like doing YouTube for fun, and one hope we will like your videos. Now, get into more like, what do you mean by fun? Like what about it is fun to you? What is making your YouTube channel so fun that you want to continue uploading on here? That's just something I wanted to say there. The other one I want to mention is you don't give me an upload schedule. You say you mainly focus on Minecraft videos, which a lot of people will argue that Minecraft is oversaturated. In some cases, yes, but there are ways to make yourself stand out, and this is what you got to focus on. Give me a reason why you started YouTube, not just for the fun, but more like, what fun do you get out of it? Tell me what the upload schedule is that we should be expecting on your channel, and also tell me why you ain't got no social media. You need to get on some social media. You need to have yourself a Twitter. You need to have yourself an Instagram. These are things you need to work on to get yourself growing and going. Currently, you don't have any of these at the moment, but I believe it's just a matter of signing up, and you'll see that you're going to you're gonna start moving forward a little bit, and that's gonna be good. You're gonna want that. That's something you want for your channel. So going into your playlist, which I'm hoping you have, that you don't, you have 70. Sorry, I looked at the wrong number. You have 21 videos, but ain't got no playlist. Geek, I did not use your spinner today. I'm sort of bouncing between. I want to talk to you about the spinner sometime this week. I'm not sure when my next free time is. Probably Wednesday. But I want to talk to you about the spinner sometime this week. But thank you again for making this spinner for me. I want us to work with. I want us to work on it. That's why I want us to make it a little bit more interesting. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about when we get there. So that being said, you're gonna need some playlists. Your playlists are lacking in the fact that there is none. So let us go to the video. All right, so you do have only 21 videos, which isn't bad, but your views aren't terrible. Now, let me explain. For some reason, you have some videos that are doing exceptionally well. And then you have other videos that aren't doing so exceptional. So I would have to say, look into what you're doing on those videos. What is it that people are finding interesting about those videos that they want to see so much of it, that they want to see you constantly uploading and whatnot? What is it about those videos that make it interesting? And the other question you probably ask yourself is, where am I posting these videos that they're getting this much attention? So try to do some research on your own end. Check out the analytics and see where your views are coming from. So that being said, let's also talk about your upload schedule. Now, your upload schedule is very random. And I mean, like, it's very random. You uploaded 3 times this week, and then you didn't upload for 3 weeks. Then you didn't upload for a week before that. Then you didn't upload for a month before that. So you really got to start getting your upload schedule together. Because I believe if you do, you're going to be able to start getting the viewers that you want. I'm not sure what you're doing on these videos that are getting the attention that they are, but I believe if you look into your analytics, you're going to find that there's a certain spectrum of people that are interested in this, and maybe see what you can do to target those interests. But the other thing I want to talk to you about is I understand school hits you hard, buddy. I totally get that. But let me tell you where planning and scheduling means everything. I'm not telling now. This is not me telling you not to focus on your school. At no way in time, and no point in time do I say don't focus on your school. But if you want to make this a thing you want to do as well, focus on it. Don't just not do it. So keep a calendar. And I have a calendar back here. I keep a calendar. And I say keep a calendar because that's going to keep you on schedule. There's always a time. I mean, you obviously don't work on schoolwork from the point in time you wake up in the morning to midnight, for example. Your brain would be fried every day. So there's going to be like an hour's worth of time you're going to find here and there. You don't go to school on a weekend, so that's something else you got to look at as well. So I would do mass recording at that point in time. Like today, I did mass recording. So these are things you're going to want to think about when you're putting stuff together. Now then, continuing what I'm saying, I personally, like, my schedule is crazy. I work 2 jobs. I do this for Freedom. I do this for MGN. I do this for my own channel, as well as do things for my own channel. Still manage to carry a relationship and now have a fiance. Am in a band and do my own business, which is voice acting from my home. So you can imagine my schedule is insane, and like, that's a schedule that's sort of scary, and sometimes it's like I can't upload, but I did all that pre-recording on that one day that I found it, so I don't have to worry about recording something that day. So these are things you want to keep in mind as you're building your channel. This is something you guys all have to keep in mind, is keeping a schedule. Schedules are what are going to save your channel. Just because because work starts up again doesn't mean you should be not focusing on a passion of yours. That'd be silly. You're not helping yourself stay active. You want that activity. But I'm just saying, don't make school last. Work on that first, but after that, you're going to have time to do stuff. So just think about all that stuff when think about how hard some other people have it. Like, watch someone like George, who's in charge of an entire company, or someone like Anthony, who's in charge of sections of the company and helping Freedom grow, and sitting on here talking to you guys and being able to do his other jobs as well as guide the community team and do things for MGN and do things for the foreign affairs for Freedom. Like this, he's a monster at what he does too. He's on here helping, and he still makes content not only for himself but for other channels as well. So I mean, like, you gotta imagine. Like, this is something he has a passion for. This is something you guys will have a passion for as well. So just keep that in mind. If this is something you want, this is something you got to reach for. This is something you got to grab, and this is something you want to do. So keep that in mind. So let's go to your most recent video, which was posted 3 hours ago, and I'm going to give you a comment on it in a minute. Very quiet. All right. Cancel that. So it was very quiet. And I know it was 10 seconds long, but I got a lot of information off that 10 seconds. First and foremost, when you're recording with your phone, and I mean this is like one of the most complicated tricks when it comes to recording your phone. I would think it is because of how many people that do it. But when you record with your phone, and now follow me on this. This is some high tech recording things that you can do on your phone. It's really crazy. It's really insane. You have to go and get a master's degree for it. So I'm giving you guys like how to record on your phone 101. Master's degree. No, but always shoot your stuff in landscape, because believe it or not, on the two sides of this bar, there is more going on here. There's a whole set that you're not capturing. So when you're recording on your phone, record in landscape. Don't record in portrait. So yeah, even if it was random, it's still something you should probably think about when it comes to putting stuff on YouTube. And again, work on. I say this for everybody. You got to work on tags. You got to work on tags, definitely. You have the single solitary word tags. Super high tech alert, guys. It was one of those really crazy ones that like you need a doctorate to figure it out. It's just the craziest thing. No, but as far as tags go, you definitely need to work on your tags. You have the single solitary tags that aren't targeting what we're doing here. You got cab, Paris, YouTube, iPad, 4G, France, awesome. Which doesn't tell me anything about the video. It's not a phrase. So you should try to keep this 90 degrees. So you try to keep your tags into phrases. I know this video is only 10 seconds long, but let me explain. You got so many tags just in this video, even going with computer in a taxi, found an iPad, put my channel on an iPad in a taxi. Stuff like that would be, or a cab, or whatever you want to call them. Stuff like that are going to be like things that are tag worthy. These are lengthy tags that can be searched towards the video. So just think about that when you're putting this together. The other thing, what I like to do in a cap, that's funny, that's interesting, but you didn't say anything like that in your tags. Now, as far as your description goes, hey guys, got off my train, took a cab, and there was an iPad with 4G connection. I went to check out my channel. This was in Paris. That's funny. And the funnier part would have been if you went and stretched that out just a little further and said something along the line like, I like to leave my YouTube channel up on these iPads so people can see it when they sit down in the cabs. Something like that would be funny. But and I see the retro arcade machine. He's a pretty cool dude. And so you're getting some views. My 6 kids will have some points. So you'll notice that he's actually been active in this chat. So Retro Arcade Machine's pretty cool peoples. And he actually just recently posted this. So always keep in touch with your people. he obviously found you through this chat, so that's awesome. I like travel stuff myself because it helps people live vicariously through you without having to do the expensive traveling. So try to do some vlogs of what you're doing right now. Now, as far as your description goes, it's not bad. I would say you can meet it up a little bit, but there's one big thing missing in your description, and that is social media. You don't have your social media in there. Of course, you don't have social media yet, but I would say, again, jump on that social media. Get that social media out for yourself because, again, the best advertiser is you, not anyone else but you. You start advertising, you get your stuff out there, people are going to come back and help you in the future as you grow your channel. So just keep that stuff in mind. I know you're still new. I know you're still starting up, but I believe if you keep working at what you're doing, you could start focusing on your videos. Now, that video is very small. Let's watch like a Bed Wars related one, something that's part of your things. Now, here's the thing: I would never start anything with a title like this. I had to mute it because the music, I'm almost certain, is copyrighted. But the other issue I'm seeing that I'm looking at as I'm looking at your channel is, well, yeah, tags. I would say when you're putting in effort for your making tags and channels, I put about 20 minutes of effort into creating a title, working on tags, and working on descriptions. So as the video is loading, that's when that's when you should be like really getting that stuff in. But sometimes when I'm editing the video, tags and the description pop up in my head, and I write them down on a note on the computer, and then I just copy them right over, and it takes like no time. Especially you could take care of that while it's rendering. You can take care of that when it's being uploaded. There's lots of open time that you could be utilizing to work on your tags. Utilize every bit of time that you have when you're creating things for YouTube. Always use as much time as you can. The one thing I'm going to mention here is I kind of, and this is where it gets a bit hectic when it comes to gaming on YouTube. As far as I know, as of recent, some game companies have been copyrighting their product if they find them on YouTube channels that offer no commentary. So that is something I'm opening up there. You're not offering commentary, you're just offering gameplay, which isn't falling underneath fair, I have my back window open, which isn't falling underneath fair use. You're not contributing to the video. So yes, we're afraid of copyrighted music. I don't want to get freedom copyrighted. I don't want to get copyrighted in my own channel. I'm not gonna run the risk. So that always keep in mind when you're uploading videos and you want me to go over your channel and I see that it's not monetized or monetized by YouTube. Most likely I'm going to mute that thing because I don't want that copyright thing. Commentary should start almost immediately at this point in time. Only due to the fact that you're not falling under fair use. You could have a copyright claim put on the video just for the sake of making the video. Because remember, all this content, it belongs to the creators of Minecraft. I don't think... Yeah, fair use is important. So, like, you'll notice on any of the gameplay that I do, I have never done gameplay where I have said nothing. I am the most gabbiest person you'd ever see during gameplay, but that's commentary. That is where color commentary falls into play. You have got to provide commentary when you're doing gameplay because people can get in trouble now. Like, companies are finding any way to get a copyright claim, to dip their hand into your little pot. So even though they probably only make a couple pennies off of it, they're still going to try to get them pennies. So you got to be careful when it comes to this stuff. You should, and this goes for all of you, you should be doing commentary almost right off the bat if you're playing games. So work on that. That's something you got to work on. Don't wait for a moment to do it. Commentary starts from the moment you start doing a gaming channel. And a lot of people's issue when it comes to commentaries, they get quiet. They get so silent. And that's an issue because that means you ran out of things to talk about. And you really always have things to talk about when it comes to playing games. There's things, unless you are playing the most boring game on the planet, heck, I can find things to talk about playing Pong. So there are things to talk about. You just have to reach into the depths of your mind and pull it out. Now, a good practice that I like to say when it comes to making commentary towards videos is I would manage to say, commentate your life. And that's not me insulting, as me legitimately saying, put commentary to your life. So as you're making sandwiches, as you're going downstairs, as you're putting on clothes in the morning, as you wake up, practice. Talk about what you're doing. Talk about how you're doing it. Or when you drop something, go, wow, gee, if I wasn't so dumb, maybe I'd be able to hold on to a book better. So just think of that. Like, practice commentary during the day. I talk to myself a lot, and I look crazy, but, that's why I don't drop on commentary at any point in time, even during a 3-hour stream. So, practice makes perfect, and the more you do, the better you'll get. Your first bit of commentary ain't going to be hot. I'm going to give you that right off the bat. Your first little bit of commentary is never going to be good, but that's why you grow. That's why you learn. So, just think of that as the video progresses. So that being said, oh yeah, that's right. You don't offer commentary. I was going to look for commentary there. So that being said, I'm going to give you a final summation. Final summation. Work on your front page. Get your upload section. You might not have too much content in the way of a channel trailer now, but I would start thinking about drafting one. So writing a script for one of those. Get your commentary going on your channel. Work on your tags, work on your descriptions. Really fill out your descriptions. When it comes to your about section, fill that out a bit more as well. Really get into the humble reasons why you did the YouTube thing. Rework your banner. I like how it looks for the most part, but get rid of the gaming, subscribe, and the thumbs up, and you should be doing fine. The other thing I want to say is as far as thumbnails go, you're going to need to work on your thumbnails. You got to make, I like that they're different, but they're not different enough, and there's not enough information conveying what's going on in them. Go into your analytics and study what is working and what isn't working. I want to see an upload section on your front page. I want to see you work on your tags. I want to see you work on your description. I really want to start hearing your voice in the chat. So that being said, take that checklist to heart, and I want to see you rework this because I believe you have the potential of growing, as I believe everyone has the potential of growing, and I want to see you grow. I really do. I want to see your channel grow to a greater size. I believe it can, and it just requires love. That's really what it boils down to, is the more love you put into the channel, the better. And I want to see your channel experience that love. All right, that being said, thank you, PQ is awesome, for sharing your channel with us. It was awesome, as your channel would say, but you need to work on a few things, and I believe if you iron that stuff out, you'll be doing all right. So, that being said, thank you for sharing with us. So, I am going to be doing the final thing for today, the final poison for today. And before I move on to it, before I move on to the last person of the day, keep this in mind. Thank you very much, Reaper Legion. I'm glad I was able to help you out. But keep in mind, before I start the last roll of the day, Superboy, stop spamming, or you're gonna end up getting blocked, and it's not gonna be by me. But so that being said, because my hands were here the entire time. The final review. But before I go over the final review, I want to say this much. You can see this list is rather long. So as it stands, you got a bit of a small chance of getting reviewed. There's a 1 in however many people this is at the moment. So keep in mind, before I spin this, you're going. I do these every Sunday. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. I take off time from doing work at other places just so I can do this for you guys. And I want you guys to get the attention you need. Now, granted, not all the time am I going to be able to go over your channel, because this is a very large list. You'll notice that Freedom is a network that has well over 100,000 people that are a part of it. So the idea of me being able to go over everyone's almost near impossible, especially since every channel review takes about 22 minutes. Now, that being said, there are other opportunities for me to go over your channel. I do it on MGN, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard every week. I do it, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard every week on MGN. And I also do it on my own channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard every week. And I implore you to check both of those out, and I'll be more than happy to go over your channels to help you out. Because, as I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to do everyone in one night on here. As much as I'd love to be able to do that, I'm not gonna be able to go over all of you. But again, there are other opportunities, and if you're not capitalizing on those opportunities, you're only hurting yourself. So I would take advantage of those opportunities, because those opportunities don't use Wheel, because those opportunities don't have such a large following. So just keep that in mind. Both my channel and MGN are more than willing to go over your videos if I can't get to them on here. So that being said, one last opening of the list. I'm going to go back to my 30-second timer. And here we go. So if you're not already on the list, you want me to look at your stuff, and you're not saying anything. Good. Los Inexpertos, I review on my channel every Wednesday. This Wednesday I'll be doing it at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. No one? All right. Well, since no one said anything, the thing is done. Let me find PQ here. I think I took him off. I believe I took him off. All right. Kaylin, I don't believe you are on here. Yeah, that was a pretty big dead silent. I'll put Kaylin on there because he had been asking. Or she had been asking. Boop. Boop. Apply wheel changes. Let's spin it. Let's spin it. Well, if you don't have a horseshoe in your back pocket, I don't know what to say. You were like legitimately just put on a dang list. You must have a horseshoe somewhere, because there's just the realm of this is almost on a form of an impossibility. I don't know how you did this. I really don't. I legitimately just put you on the wheel. You're a last-minute entry, and somehow you got spun. So I have no idea how you just did that. So congratulations to you, dude. Man, I mean, like, I hate to be you right now, honestly. I'm sorry, because you're about to get so much hate for that. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. I don't know how you did it, dude, but good job.
What's up, guys, and welcome back. So today I'm gonna do
Did you use a laugh track?
the types of haircut video with my brother. So let's get it started. Okay, give me a haircut.
Right. I call hacks as well.
Oh, no, 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 no.
All right, so let's talk about some things. Yeah, Kalen's family owns the Will Decide site, and he did a thing. Kalen cheated. But Kalen, I think a long time ago I've seen your channel. And I want to say this because you look familiar and I feel like I've seen your channel before. But I want to say a long time I've seen your channel, and you know, I want to say let's talk about getting some updates for you. All right? So the first thing I want to mention is your banner needs a little bit of love. It's very plain, and I would say I just don't feel like the wording is bold enough, and I'm not sure what the explosion in the background. All right, sleeping cat, you have a good night. Abstimus, there is a possibility for me to go over your channel, but I mean, like, tonight I'm going to be done after this review, and I can go over your channel either on MGN or my own personal one during the streams that I'll be doing on those. I highly recommend checking either of those out. They'll be in the description below, and you'll still be able to get the review that you need. And those will happen this week. It's not like they won't happen. And the best part is there's no wheel. It's just first come, first serve. Overuse of sound effects lowers my enjoyment. Yes, and I'm about to discuss that as well. But that being said, Kalen, I believe you can work on your banner a bit more. It doesn't seem as interesting as it could be, and it just seems a little boring. I believe if you were to extend that a bit more and maybe look into a different type of font that might be a little bit more legible, that would be something you'd be interesting to you. I kind of like your banner because it is the thumbnail that's right here. I do like the banner. Yeah, it does look a little like you're going for minimalistic, but it did kind of miss. But I do like your icon. It's a lot of fun. But I wish your name was somewhere in there, or like the at least the initials of the name here. So that being said, I like that you have your uploads on there, your popular uploads. I do remember you. Okay. Long time ago. So let's talk. You have 53 videos. I think at this point in time you should be able to have a channel trailer. The other thing I want to mention is that you should probably have playlist on your front page as well. That being said, I'm going to be looking at your playlist in a second to see what you got. But I definitely want to say get some playlists on your front page as well, some individual playlists. And maybe redesign your front page just a little bit and utilizing like a vertical or column type list. So using like a vertical column type list or and abstinence. All you need to do is just show up. That's how it works on those. Just first come, first serve. And I put a notification out on both the Freedom Discord, my Discord, Twitter, and my channel puts out a notification as well when it's going on, as well as MGN does that, all those things as well. So keep all that in mind. So that being said, going back to your thing, let's check out your About section. Hi everyone, my name is Kalen Prada. I'm 16 years old and I love to make videos to entertain you guys. Big question, what kind of video I makes? Watch your grammar a little. Use Grammarly, it definitely helps out. What kind of video do I make? All right, Hydro Hype, you have a good night. And Abstimus and Hydro, you can find those. You can find out that information in the description section below because my channel's name is Frosted Fricks. So that being said, let's go over this. And the other one is MGN. I make real age of Hindi TV show actors. Not sure what that means. Gameplay videos sometimes, challenge videos. I might do vlogs and many other videos. Big question, what do I use to make my videos? I make videos on my phone and I use iMovie to edit the video and I use Fonto app to make thumbnail for my videos. iMovie is the best app to edit the video. Follow me on Facebook, link below. They're in the description of my video. Thanks for your support. I love you all, and have a good day. Now then, as far as that goes, I believe Nick has been saying my Discord in the chat for a while. But as far and you can also find my Discord in my About section. But in my About section on my channel. So you can actually find it there. But as far as your channel goes, sir, I would say talk more about your channel. I'm not sure what Real Age of Hindi is. It sounds like a TV show that's in Bollywood. But I don't know. But I want to also see more information about you. What makes you start doing these things? What makes you want to do these things? It's not really a question of what do you use to make your videos. I'm more interested about your channels, about you, about everything about you. So let's check out the Instagram. I also recommend getting on Twitter, and I also recommend getting yourself a Facebook fan page. Because you have a bit of fans, but they need a place to go. So that being said, awesome. Is it active? We're going to find out. 3 hours ago. Awesome. And you also use hashtags, which is even better. So I'm glad you do that as well. I know Hindi is a language, but the Real Voices of Hindi, I believe, is a TV show. I know Hindi is a language. I wasn't dropped on my head as a child. I know this stuff. I should know. I'm old enough to know. I know Hindi is a language. You goofball. I like Magic Vegas, a hit film. But I wouldn't recommend editing video on your phone, to be honest. I don't care how good your phone is. Nothing's going to beat the use of a computer when it comes to editing videos. So look into what you can do to make edits using your computer and less more so your phone. So upload the videos from your phone to your computer. So let's go to your playlist. You don't have any playlist. That's why there's none on the front page. So at 53 videos, that's 53 videos you don't have in a playlist. I would say make a playlist. Yep. You're going to have to make some playlists. You got enough videos here that the playlist should exist. So make a playlist, get it going for you, and see how it's going to help you grow, because again, people like to streamline certain content that are on your channel. Either it be like a certain type of game, or your vlogs, or certain types of vlogs, or certain types of reviews, or certain types of movie reactions. People like that type of stuff. Going to your videos. Aha! I was right. It was a TV show. So there. So looks like you used to do different things in terms of real age TV. So you took actors from certain movies and then you would reveal their actual age. And I guess that's all right. That's informational. That's sometimes that people really like. I have something that might make you change your mind. I met a company at VidCon that makes nice iOS app for phones, tablets for editing. I don't have an iOS. I have Samsung because I am poor and cannot afford a $700 phone with an Apple logo on the back. So that's just me saying that. And I think I talked to the same company and asked them why they don't have it on Windows or Samsung's phone. Other than the fact that Windows phones and they're terrible in general. But as I said, I'm an Android guy, so I cannot use that. And the very select privileged few that can actually use iOS stuff, I mean, yeah, it would be really beneficial for them. So there. Moving forward, let's take a look at one of your most recent videos. I'm just glad you're not posting like videos of these real age things, so you're not like taking you're not like just playing shows. So that's a lot of the things that I noticed that some people do, especially with foreign films, is that they'll put verbatim the channel on the movie or TV series on their channel, and they think that's good. But you didn't do that, which is good, and I'm glad you didn't do that. So the one thing I'm going to say is your upload schedule is a little sporadic. Again, you're going to want to work on getting a schedule. As I said, it looks like you uploaded twice this week, once the week before, once the week before, once the week before, took a week off, then you were doing this real age thing, but I think you ran out of people to say, hey, how old are these people? So like you had a target, but I think you ran out of people. Maybe break out of Bollywood and see what other actors are out there that people might be interested in, and continue the series, but not necessarily just focus it on Bollywood actors. Just as an idea, I know it has its quirk, and it definitely has its attention, which is interesting. Android is Bay. Watch challenge videos that I have make. The Takis challenge? They ain't that hot. I've tried Takis before. So I'll watch the Takis.
Labin. What's up guys and welcome back. So in this video I'm gonna do the taco challenge. So here it is. So I'm gonna eat this as many as I can without the water. So let's do this. And do you know what? I asked my brother.
So that's why there's issues with doing editing on phone, because you can't scroll through the video as well. And you'll notice that I caught two issues where you repeated your words over and over again in repetition because you made a cut, and then you couldn't make that small adjustment because it just wasn't, the ability wasn't there. So you kind of like,
let's do this video together. But he said no, and I say okay, I'll do it by myself.
Also,
so let's do this guys. Let's see how many of this I can eat without the water.
So now the other thing I want to mention about this is I can see the bag's already open. What would have been more interesting is by judging by that, as I'm looking at your bag that's already open, you do eat these on a regular basis. So it doesn't become a challenge for you. It becomes just something you're eating. I would have to say start off with a fresh bag next time. So I can get an idea that you haven't already jumped into this. But I know they ain't that hot.
I'm done.
The other thing I want to mention is maybe make a countdown to show us how many of these you've been eating, as a way to add to the intensity of this particular video. Also, background music will definitely help, especially built-up background music, something along the lines of a classical type styling that's sort of building up as you're going along, and it just gets more and more aggravating impressions. Now, I've eaten Takis, and they actually ain't that hot, but everyone identifies hot in a different way.
Another one. Actually, this is my first challenge video, so I don't know how is it, but anyways.
So I think this all falls into editing. I wouldn't do those repeat edits, those repeat cuts often as you do, because they actually become a little annoying after a bit. And don't take that as an insult. It's just that's how they become. I like the title of the video is very straightforward and right to the point, where just like how it's supposed to be. But you're missing out on those tags again. Without those tags, you're not helping yourself at all. You're missing out on the ability to get the attention to your channel that you want. That metadata is so important, and you need to fill that out. You don't even have the basic tag that should be on here, which is the Takis challenge. You got to go back on this and work on your tags. And I know you can actually access your tags from your phones, so I don't want to hear that as an excuse, because that was an excuse someone tried using before. And I'm like, no. You just go here, and I showed them exactly how to do it on their phone. So you can access the tags. The only downside is you're only allowed like 250 characters on your phone, where you're allowed 500 characters on your computer. That's another big difference between phone and computer. Yeah. And the other thing is, settings and locations as well. Hashtag Frosted loves Apple. So maybe if you did this in a more interesting spot, I would say the spot looks nice, but it definitely does not quite paint the prettiest of pictures, only due to the fact that it looks like you got a broken down car in the background. Maybe pick a different location to do this film. So just think of that when you're putting stuff together. Now, as far as your description goes, excuse me. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this. Watch your grammar on here. Back to this is a Taki's challenge video. And also watch your punctuation as well. I was about to do this challenge with my brother, but he say he don't want to do, so I decided to do it myself. I hope you enjoy. I love you all, and see you all in my next video. Now then, I think the video kind of falls a little flat, only due to the fact that it just didn't seem as intense as it could be. There wasn't any build on it, and I didn't feel like I was watching a challenge, more so just you eating some Takis, and that's not bad. That's not entirely bad. And I know, English isn't the first language you speak, but that is fine. That is definitely fine. Not everyone. I don't expect everyone to speak one language. That's ridiculous. The world is filled with 7 billion people. The idea of everyone speaking the same language is absolutely asinine. But you do a good job. So I would use I think there's an app called Grammarly if you're having trouble with sentence structure. I believe if you utilize that, you'll probably get the better attention that you want on your video. Better attention in terms of the grammar on your video. Grammarly does a really good job putting sentences and structuring everything together like it should be. So that being said, my final summation for your channel, and the final summation for tonight, is this. And I want to help you. I want to give you my final thing for tonight. My final thoughts. These are the final thoughts with Jesse. Especially for your channel. Don't overuse cuts. Don't do those repeat cuts, because they actually become a little hard to watch. Don't use laugh tracks. Unfortunately, those died out back in 1950 something. And they still weren't even entertaining back then. So try to stay away from that type of stuff. Work on your tags. Work on your description. Work on your about section. Please definitely work on that. Work on your channel art. Get in touch with some GFX dudes here on Freedom and see what they can do to help you out. Because there's plenty of people that are more than happy to help you out. I would definitely recommend trying to do some of the technical stuff on your desktop, as it seems that you might be inhibiting yourself using your phone. Lastly, I like the thumbnails. I didn't compliment you on those, but I do like your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are pretty good. But there are other things that need to be worked on, mainly your metadata that's not being focused on at all because you don't have any tags on your channel. And you're missing out on some of the most important tags, period. So really work on these. I want to see your channel grow even further. You're at 750 subscribers, dude, so you're not doing bad. I mean, for a small channel too, you have like 53 videos. I have 500 and something videos, and I'm just squeaking over what you got. So you're not doing bad at all. And you found a set of videos that targets a set audience. I would say really focus on what's working, and don't be afraid to explore like you have been, but try to see what you can do to mix it up and maybe make a different series. And also don't forget to make playlists. Make a different series that might focus on different countries and their actors as well. So that being said, thank you for sharing your channel with us. I'm going to leave you guys with my final thoughts for the day. And this is gonna end the video. Or the stream for tonight. All right, guys? So the final thought is I really want to first thank you all very much for staying so patient through this entire thing. I can't, unfortunately, get to everybody on here. As you can see, the list grows every time I ask, and it's just huge. And I really do wish there was a way I could get to everybody. And the only way that I can is that we target other forms of social platforms. I implore you guys to check out the MGN channel. They upload really good content. The creators there are a lot of fun, and like I'm one of the creators as well, and it's an overall good platform to socialize on as well, because there is the MGN forums that I always recommend, the MGN Discord, and even here on Freedom we have our own Discord, all of which you can find in the description below, and I recommend you check those out as well, because a good community is one that communicates with each other, hence the word community and communicate. It's actually all part of the same word. So really, guys, it's not just me that's here to help you. I want you guys to help each other grow, because that is what YouTube is all about. That is what we're here to do. That is what Freedom's here to do. We want to help you grow. I want to see you help each other grow, because the community here is, I've never seen a stronger community in any other type of platform or MCN. The community here is great. So I want to say your community, take advantage of the community. Talk to them, because they're more likely or not, you're going to run into people that are more than willing to help you. And that being said, I always recommend, if I didn't get to you today, check out MGN. Check out my own channel. I'll be more than willing to help you there. And as far as being a sellout, because I saw the little comment, a sellout only happens when you're getting paid to do it. So keep that in mind. So that being said, thank you guys very much for watching this review. And I do encourage you to check out the other channels for a good review. And I do these every Sunday on Freedom at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Watch for the little bell of the ring and hit that subscribe button for this channel. And don't forget to hit that like button. I want to see at least 75 before I sign off. Thank you very much for watching this. Check out the other channels too. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. And remember, we're here to entertain, we're here to have fun, and we're here to help each other grow. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. And as usual, as always, my friends, stay frosty and game on.